Bonvenon alla ora suno. Vislaoi ŝanĝiĝas ĉi tie, kaj poste ili lernas pri sin kaj la tuta mondo kaj la aliaj sunoj. Change is good, and we will have it here today. Welcome to the Gold Sun. We are on A Woman with Hollow Eyes, the streamed narrative of Invisible Sun run by the One Shot Network, with a really fabulous and possibly devastating finale. I think this is going to be a big time for your interactivity to come into play, I think. I think there's going to be some big defining moments, and so get ready as we see what happens to all these characters. So I'm going to be your GM, Darcy Ross. We've got a couple really cool surprises for you, so please stay tuned and retweet a tweet or something, because this is going to be a big one. There's a reason I have a lighter here and have been mentioning an ominous, fluffy surprise, okay? They're two separate surprises.
Two separate surprises.
When
one surprise gets revealed, please do not think they're related.
Oh,
please.
Okay, so why don't we introduce our characters, and then we'll tell you about the interactivity. Some of you already know what's up. I'll tell you the interactivity now, since you're already doing it. Tonight, subs will give these wonderful Vizsla sortilege dice, which lets them roll extra dice to have multiple chances of success, which becomes really important when you're going against magical effects where you require more than one success, which can happen. So subs.
Thank you, Rourke.
Thank you, Rourke. Subs give these guys an extra die and let us know who you want to give it to. For 200 bits, you can add a venture to a task, and so that you can just let us know when that roll is sort of happening. You can add venture and help them succeed. And for 300 bits, you can ask us to redraw the Sooth deck card that is in play, and that can be really, really wildly affecting. So very exciting. Why don't we introduce our cast here? Calvin, do you want to start?
My name is James D'Amato, and I will be playing Calvin Weaver, who, it feels like not that long ago was very new to actuality, had no idea what he was doing, and didn't know down from up or the fact that neither of those directions are important anymore. But he just very recently found out that in his past, in actuality, he was some sort of hero who made many sacrifices to help different people, and he might be some sort of eternal being that continually walks the earth. I don't know. Calvin still doesn't know, but the things that he did learn, even though they raised more questions, I think settled the important ones. So he's ready for whatever happens tonight, and I don't think he's expecting it to be as earth-shaking as it's going to be, probably.
Excellent. And what about Kitty?
Hi, everyone. So I'm Kat, and I haven't been here for a little while, and it's so good to be back. That I missed all of you so much. You and you. Since I haven't been around, Kitty, who I play, also hasn't been around. Her deal, I should step back a little bit. She's a bit of a flim-flam sort, a bit of a trickster, and is, at this point, a rather high-level goetic. Which is a demon summoner. You technically can summon other things, but where's the fun in that? And who gets herself into a lot of trouble. And last session that I was actually present for, we managed to, as a party, get ourselves out of a little bit of demon-related trouble, which was very nice, but it reminded Kitty of, the original spot of trouble that got her into all of this and started a bit of the downward spiral. So since then, she has been occupied with that train of thought and has been off, and the last session got shunted back into shadow, into the world we're in now. So that's where we are.
Excellent. Great. Love seeing these subs. We're juicing up here and getting ready for something big.
Yeah, we're probably going to need it.
We're so juiced.
Wayne, speaking of.
Yes, speaking of juice. Wayne is a former maker, a former person who lives in a stationary house, and a current world's most angriest boy in the world.
Most angriest boy.
He is currently hell-bent on a mission of some mysterious consequence that has taken him all the way across reality to the Gold Sun, wherein he confronted Arialoha and has some other tasks to complete.
What?
That confrontation will be made aware to you all in the form of a dev mode session that we recorded earlier today.
What?
Along with a text development mode session that happened a ways back and has been having rippling effects across the narrative. So there's going to be some reveals even after the finale, I think, which will be super
God.
fun. So one goes to Kat, and Rogue TLDR hasn't figured out.
Yeah, hey, Pranks,
to
tell us who
tell
you
us.
want to give sortilege to.
And also, thank you, Names Equipped. I know exactly what I'm going to use that bump for later. So
You've undone us all.
you've increased my, I know this means nothing to you now, but you've increased my odds by 12.5% towards success.
Oh my gosh.
Very Wayne.
Should I let? So in the past we haven't really let.
You got another sortilege coming
sweet.
your way.
I
Oh my
knew-
God, you fools!
Wow. Okay. Well, we got to get there so far. Okay. So we are going to open on. Basically, everybody is in different places right now, as of where we left off last time. Kitty is in Shadow.
Yep.
Calvin had found himself in this mysterious clock shop where he kind of explored different moments in time over an extended period of time. Do you want to talk about that? What was your takeaway there?
I mean, I sort of talked about it a little bit already, but Calvin learned a lot about his past, about the person he used to be. He got glimpses of exactly what kind of thing Daniel McPherson is and what has been done to him. So he now knows that his enemy was after something, that he knows something that he still doesn't consciously know, and he thinks it's important. And he also knows that he used to help people a lot.
And you were given an amulet, I think, to get you into the Gold Sun.
Yes, that's
Because
right.
that person revealed themselves as the warden of the Gold Sun. And you were meant to be there and to get past.
Yeah, so I will have to be trucking to the Gold Sun soon. I also have a mysterious walking stick that I don't know what it's going to do. I'm very excited about that as well.
Excellent. So, but we are going to open on coins going everywhere. Our dear friend Wayne. So you are in the Gold Sun, and I'm going to flip over the. We pull up the Rat card as the first Sooth deck that is Sooth card that is influencing our day today. So that is the Mysteries family, which is none of us, but we have many other meanings for the Rat. So we will start with that. So you are in the Gold Sun, and it's always golden hour here, right? The sun is always just at that right angle that makes everything illuminated and bright, but not too bright, just the right amount of softness. And there are the landscape is kind of made of meringue. It's this fluffy substance that, as you walk closer to things, it seems to emerge out pathways and arches and staircases as you move. Everything is in flux here because the Gold Sun is a place of change. Off in the distance is a castle with pearlescent facets and gold shimmering off of it up on what constitutes a mountain in this strange area. And there are many little villages you can see leading up to that path. So that is where you have found yourself. Let us get you. So you are walking toward the castle last we caught you, right? With a newfound purpose or
Yes, a steeled resolve.
a steeled resolve. Excellent. So you are leaving the Waynosphere behind, which you had trekked here, or are you taking that over?
I'm gonna take it with me. Yeah,
Okay.
we're going over there. I'm gonna fly it over there.
All right. So you again painfully navigate this thing as it is not. It's pretty unwieldy, correct?
Yeah, it's
Even when it's not
like
punching through the actuality.
a grindy, weird, erratic flight.
Excellent. And as you are going, you're heading toward the castle. Gertrude is catching things as they're falling off of shelves, and Gertrude is, of course, the cat guardian of the Waynosphere who helps out in many, many ways and is perhaps terrifyingly powerful. And one thing you notice as you have like a little view screen or window, right? What's your view to the outside? Like
It's I can see it's like
it's like a window,
like
right?
a half a ball sort of dealy.
Excellent. You see the Grand Jubilee down below.
Huh. That's surprising. Is that, and that's where I'm headed, or is it just
No, it's just
nearby?
along the path toward the castle.
I'm gonna skip over it.
Cool. You keep zooming forward, and that castle is farther than it looks, but you're still. It slowly seems to be growing. Perhaps you are kind of going through cloud cover that kind of comes through big, puffy, pink, beautiful, just start of sunset clouds, and then you see further along the path is the Grand Jubilee. And do you keep passing
Again?
it?
I keep going over it and over and over again.
And this continues. So you keep on going. You're slowly getting toward the castle, but you keep seeing it pop up.
I ignore it, and I'm still trying to get closer to the
Excellent. So Calvin, we're going to
Yes.
switch over to you. I'm going to pull a new card. We have the Messiah. It's the Defender of Visions, which is Kitty. So Calvin, when do you? So as you leave that shop, what are you doing? You know that this warden has functionally told you there's something you need to go see in the Gold Sun,
Yeah.
and she has given you the key to do it.
Like Calvin thinks for a second, like when he gets out of the shop, like there's a lot going through his mind. You know, he moves his finger down to his left hand and touches his wedding ring and considers. Well, you know what? Actually, he learned a lot of important lessons about communication recently.
Ooh.
So I think he's got to turn into paper birds and fly across the city to let Lieberlight know what is happening before he leaves.
Excellent.
So he's going to go there and then head off to the Gold Sun immediately after that.
Okay. What do you tell Lieberlight? So Lieberlight is up in his office. You're in this beautiful flock of birds. Each one a different color these days, or
Yeah, each one color for every one of the suns, including
Excellent.
some glass-like paper birds.
Excellent. You land up at that balcony that you use to get into the office. That's your usual
Yes.
entrance, right? Lieberlight is basically looking out the window when you arrive, and sort of opens the door right away, even while you're still in bird form.
Immediately, I embrace him.
Excellent. He holds you really close. The last time you parted, it was, there was an understanding that you've lost each other too many times,
Yeah,
and that was getting less and less cool. So Lieberlight is very, very released.
it was super cool the first time.
Yes. Lieberlight is so happy to see you. You can see all the tension in his shoulders, which have those that uniform and all those ruffs just relax a little bit. And so he holds you quite a bit, a little bit longer, and then he turns a page, and it has an image of you, and it has you turning around, not knowing which direction to go. He says, "What happened?"
So as I start pulling back from the embrace, I trace my hand down his arm and up to hold his hand. And the ring that I have, shine, like the light shines, and you can see the light from the different suns curl around it. And I look at him, I guess, wherever the eyes in a bookman are. And, in that look, just convey that, or I guess I'll say it, I remember everything, or not everything, but I remember what's important.
He's pretty floored by this, and he sits down kind of hard in an armchair, and he's just holding your hand, and he's sort of rubbing his finger over the ring, seeing it shining through, and he's just holding your hand in silence and contemplation for a moment.
I learned a lot about who I was and who I'm supposed to be. And I was tasked with going to the Gold Sun. I don't know what's waiting for me there, but I've been told it's very important.
Lieberlight thinks a moment and turns a new page, and this page rips off, which is not something you've seen done very often. And it flutters up in the air a little bit. You can see a couple of his fingertips moving. He's weaving to make this happen. And it crumples into an image of you, or at least an outline, a very rough outline. And it rotates, and its pieces are sort of fractured and not fully together. And then he twitches his fingers, and a gold light shines over it, and it becomes a whole, a little, a seamless image of you with sort of a line drawing, and it's flat. It's flat, but it's smooth, and the edges have been smoothed out. You've been rebuilding, but you're not there yet. The gold is transformation. That could be good for you. He waits a moment, though, and he rearranges that shape into something reminiscent of you, but somehow horrible and off and eerie and uncanny valley, and the expression isn't yours. And he says, transformation can go many ways. He sort of holds under your hand and he asks, are you sure you want to do this?
I have to.
What's the equivalent of a book smile? Of like a just genuine expression of joy.
Pages all flip.
Do they? Oh, a flip. That'd be lovely.
Oh, I like
feel
that.
like that's
pretty,
like a
like a
chuckle
furling.
laugh. The pages flip, and it shows an image of you in the past. Like, that's my Calvin. Like, I have to know. He's like, that's you. I understand.
And I don't even know if it's possible for me to be that other thing anymore. I think it might already be here. But I guess I might find out today. Or it's all great and I won't find out anything important, and that might actually be nice.
Lieberlight goes forward and pulls at the little golden ship necklace that he had given you, and he just sort of holds it and pats it and says, this will keep you safe, I hope.
I hold his hand and I squeeze it once more before I turn around, and it was a medallion, was it, that was my ticket to the Gold Sun?
I believe so.
I think, I hold his hand and I let it go. I step back. I take the medallion off of my neck, and I flip it in the air like it's a coin, and it flies up and just stays in the air, and light catches it and washes over me. And I feel like that moves me through some sort of portal to the Gold Sun.
Excellent.
That's cool.
You see him just watching you until you break his gaze. He's just sitting and watching and trying not to fret.
I'll see you soon.
He points to a clock at the wall. As you are getting shifted into the Gold Sun, you can feel different parts of your body elongating and changing. This is the way a warden would want you to go there, which is by changing and feeling every ounce of it. So it's very uncomfortable, but you elongate and you shift, and you can feel your skin turn into something else, and then you feel like a gut punch, which is quite painful. And then you've stopped moving, and you've kind of stopped changing in this half elongated plastic form, this very ever-shifting form. The light is still really bright, but you're starting to clear that there's some landscape beyond, but you're stuck and you can't quite get through. What do you do?
Okay.
You think about that while I go back to you. So you keep seeing this Grand Jubilee, the bar, which last you saw was maybe in the red, or possibly it had been gotten back to Saturnine. In any case, it's not been something you've been watching.
Every time I see it, every time I pass over it, my grip tightens a little more, and there's a leathery creak on the controls of the Waynosphere as I stew and boil over it.
Excellent. You finally reach the castle, though. The unwelcome child.
Oh,
That
that's
describes
so...
what I am right now in
so
great
perfect.
detail.
Yeah, I don't need to look this up. I know what this is. Wow, the quote's eerie, though. The cat knew the truth, but no one would listen to it. And there's this creepy child holding a cat.
Oh, maybe I'm the cat. Or maybe Gertrude's the cat.
Maybe Gertrude's the cat.
I feel like Gertrude is. It's a stronger metaphor if the cat is the cat.
Yeah, that's the thing about metaphors is they're way better when they're not
They're
metaphors.
literal and not metaphors at all.
Invisible sun. That's the way to do it. So you finally reach the castle. So where do you land? There's some parapets. There's like a wall, and there's do you go to the entrance? Do you
Is there
try
like
to?
a big stained glass window?
Sure is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna smash right on through that
Hey!
and land in the middle of the castle.
You're so personally offended by that.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you crash through this enormous, like cathedral-like, part of the castle, and there's this huge stained glass window that you can see as you're approaching. Seems to ripple as you approach it, and as you expect to crash through it, it just it flutters down in a number of what look like flower petals. So before you can even touch it, it is flowered. It is shot into many colored flower petals that are cascading along the floor. As you cascade into this enormous chamber, there are sinuous bits of liquid that are changing color all at the top in kind of a beautiful way. It just looks like they're almost kind of the way that dragons, kind of like long serpentine dragons, get animated. It's got that movement going on where they seem like creatures that are just long streams of color. And in the center there is there's a big tiled floor which you crash into, and there seem to be some figures who are much, much longer and taller than humans would be, lining the edges of this room. All right, so you've landed there. What are you doing?
Step out of the house, and I just loudly say into the room, I've come here for assistance.
Someone comes up to you. They look like a person who is made entirely of slightly melted clocks. So their face is the face of a clock, and they've got the hands are sort of moving to give you expressions, and the clock face kind of ripples to give you the contours of a face and a displeased expression. She's in this fabulous tux, but is kind of a feminine-looking creature, and approaches you with sort of a grandness. It isn't the right time, Wayne.
Funny that you should bring that up. I am only looking for a name.
I'm not interested in giving anything out for free. Are you going to experience something worthwhile?
I imagine so.
What name is it you seek?
There are objects that are hidden away from Vizsla because of...
So many.
I know. I'm only interested in one of them. There's one whose name I do not know, but it has the ability to undo mistakes.
Makes it awfully hard to call it if you don't have its name, doesn't it?
It does. I was hoping that someone here might give it to me.
I'm afraid that won't be happening.
Trade it to me then.
Put it inside you.
Fine.
Sounds lovely. I'll see you when it's the right time. And you find yourself outside in the gold, on those meringue fields, and the Waynosphere is not here.
Great.
It's getting crowded in here. You didn't want that anyway.
That's enough.
Absolutely. So what do you do? So you're pushing through to get to the gold.
Yeah. I have so many options. I think.
I have a despair for getting kicked out. That was a GM shift. Like you need more.
I think Calvin is going to try and cast a spell at level 5 to turn his body into wind. Just like whatever thing is holding him here, he's imagining that it's physical and he wants to just pass through its fingers, and hoping that a transformation of some kind will aid that. He is going to take escape from freedom and movement from, or I guess, actually, no, weather, because weather from wind, and he's going to move through this barrier, hopefully.
What were the two elements that you wove together?
I wove escape and weather.
Perfect. And what did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
Excellent. How interesting that you should pick escape when we do, after all, call it escaping from shadow. As you weave a storm, Kitty, whatever you were seeing on the other side of shadow, which you can maybe tell me, a grand storm starts building up around you, and you start seeing through the veil, and you are pulled by some horrible thread coming out of your abdomen through into the eye of this storm. So where do we catch Kitty?
I was in the middle. I had a really good fiddle game going.
What's a fiddle game, Kat?
A fiddle game is when, well, it requires more than one person. So I had hooked up with one of my old pals from Shadow, and it basically, you can do it with one object. So we were doing it with many, like a thing of old Beanie Babies. But the deal is, person one, in this case me, goes into a thing like a restaurant and sits down and puts down the tray of Beanie Babies and orders a thing, and starts up chatty style with the waitress, and is like, I just bought this lot, I don't know what anything's worth, blah, blah, blah. And you eat your meal, and then at the end of the meal, you're like, oh no, my wallet! And you leave the thing there as insurance, and then the second person comes in, and they see the thing, and they're like, let me buy that from you, and express the vast worth of the thing, so that when you come, and the server should be like, no, that belongs to somebody.
Yeah.
But the person keeps going on about like, but this one's worth so much, and it tries to, be like, okay, if it belongs to somebody, ask them to stay. I'll pay this much, blah blah blah, right? And just puts out an outrageous fee that they're willing to spend for the object. So then they leave, and you come back, and you pay for your meal, and the server ideally is like, this is what this situation is, or just offers to buy it from you. And if not, you're like, oh yeah, I'll wait, and if they don't show up, and they won't show back up,
Yeah.
You're like, I really have to go. If you want to make the exchange, and you get them to buy the box, you see?
Cool.
For an amount that they think that they will make money from in selling it back, but...
So what stage did we catch you at?
Yeah, so we were
You're in
so
a diner.
close. We were in the
Had the mark.
We had the mark. I had just paid for my food.
Oh no.
And I was like about to make the sale, but the sale hadn't gone through. So it was just, so we had wasted all of the money on the box of the stupid Beanie Babies and done this all. And now Sal's just
Gonna
left
think
high
you're
and dry.
unreliable. Yeah.
Fake
Yeah.
Sal that doesn't exist.
Look, it's sad.
Yeah, a bad person didn't get money.
It's a fun thing. Whatever, Calvin. Back we go.
You get pulled through. So the shadow is very convincing, and so you find yourself, your mind is opening again back to actuality and all your joys and problems therein.
Yes.
But you get pulled into this storm. So you had rolled a good roll. So you use this escape and weather to kind of get around these barriers and push yourself through that barrier. You tumble into a big poof of golden meringue and land really gently and lovely, and all your body parts are sort of the right orientation. It's very lovely. And Kitty Hart is there with you.
God! How are you? Are you okay?
I appear to be.
Lucky coin is the card. Lucky Strike's here.
I appear to be accounted for. Oh my God, Lucky, where are you? And then flip. Lucky appears.
Excellent.
Well, good. You're both here. This is great.
Is it?
Welcome to the Gold Sun.
Ah!
It's very strange here, but very lovely.
What are we doing here?
I have to be here because a clock told me it was very important, and I imagine that you're here because...
You're here?
Yes, probably that's it. But I was in the Red Sun because you were there, so I feel like score settled, essentially.
That's fine. Do we know why that's happening?
Not specifically.
So you're on a road and you see off in the distance, absolutely you would see the outline of the Grand Jubilee down the road.
But maybe someone here can tell us.
Yeah, is that... That's my bar.
How lucky.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah, okay. Did you have a... What's your purpose in here? Going here? Let's go. We're going to the bar.
Well, that's pretty hard to define.
Did you bring the bar here?
No, I did not do that.
Did whoever you're here to talk to summon my bar here?
I don't know if I'm here to talk to anybody. I recently found out that I might be an eternal being. And I don't know why I'm here, but because So the thing about rats is they like to help people when they help people, and the rats have started following me, and apparently that's because of things I did in my past life, and I really don't understand all the things that entail being me, but I do know occasionally I get in very dangerous situations, and I'm here to help people. And if we're connected, that might mean that you're here to help people too.
What? Step back. So, you having the whole memory issue, is that all resolved?
No, there's so much that I don't remember. And also, a lot of memories that I could retrieve are false because Daniel McPherson made some sort of homunculus that looked like me and was replacing me in a lot of different people's memories. And you might actually have false memories involving me. That is very possible. OG Kitty Heart 2.
A homunculus of her? Or?
No, of me. There's a homunculus of me that Daniel McPherson used to insert false memories into people.
Why?
So he could keep me in shadow and interrogate me for the secret that I know.
Is that what you're here to find out? What the secret is?
I could be here to find out so many things, Kitty. It's really best if we just focus on the mission at hand, because if we think about everything that we don't know about this situation, we're going to be here a while.
Well, but that doesn't... Calvin, that doesn't add up. You need to know what it is you're trying to know about you. And I want to know why I'm involved and, like, why I should care.
Well, maybe that's what you're here to find out, and I'm here to find out what I don't know.
We're going to my bar.
Excellent. What did you do when you were plopped back out onto the road?
Probably, honestly, immediately tried to go back into the castle.
That's very good.
Excellent. You catch things. It's just going to take you a while to get there. It dropped you
How
off.
far away did it drop me?
You've passed 5 of Kitty's bars already.
Did
okay.
it send my house back with me?
No.
What the
Kept
hell?
your house.
All right. Yeah,
But you
I
have,
guess
you might
I'm
have a way
hoofing
to
it.
round that. But
I'm just hoofing it back to the castle.
It is.
Like walking by Grand Jubilees as I go, and like just like a little Charlie Brown angry cloud over my head.
Excellent. Perfect. So that's happening. So you go into the bar. Mm-hmm. I think we need to do a thing now. Yeah. Come on up. Come on up. The Grand Jubilee
Surprise!
has people in it who we all know and love, and who today we get to know and love even more. I'm so excited.
So we're just plugging in real quick.
Can you hear me? No.
Make sure he's turned on.
Can you hear me now?
All right.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
We step out of game momentarily as we have our lovely new guest.
Hi, I'm Fletcher Pearson. I'm a puppet artist and designer here in Chicago. Darcy and I got in touch a few months ago, and I'm very excited for what's about to happen.
Names Equipped has given you Venture. So this
Great.
is going to be your I add a detail to a scene, I seize narrative control in some way
Cool.
from Darcy, use it with reckless abandon.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, so you enter the Grand Jubilee, so it's just like you remember it.
It's the Grand Jubilee.
Yeah.
Is it functioning? Like, are people drinking and playing?
There are people watching like a hollow of a fight happening elsewhere,
Sure.
just like you're used to.
Yeah.
Marimba is serving some people off in a corner, and Moxie is there scrubbing that
That eternally.
long bar.
Moxie!
Mox,
I need to give you more room.
why are we in the Golden Sun?
Oh God.
We're in the Golden Sun? Oh, well, that's just wonderful. We've been hopping around all the suns. Things are going crazy around here. It's so good to see you, though.
It's very good to see you too. It's not good that we're like jumping around all over the place,
Wait,
though.
you've been hopping around different suns?
Not on purpose. It's just happening. First day we'll be on Saturn, then we'll be at the Red, and then we'll be, here.
Has that been happening since McPherson messed with us, or is this new?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's like
It doesn't seem to have harmed business at all, though. Which I guess is a bright side of this. Maybe this is what I'm here to fix.
okay. Has anyone come by? Has like McPherson done anything to you guys? Are demons attacking?
You see through a window Wayne angrily like hoofing it. Up,
Oh my
up
god,
the
that's
path.
Wayne. He's doing something very dangerous. I'll be back. And Calvin
demon.
bursts out the door.
And stuff lately.
As birds?
As Calvin.
Oh, okay.
I
have
didn't
to
say he
ask.
birdsed out the door.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I misheard.
So you burst out the door. What do you see? So
Wayne!
What?
Wayne! Oh my god, I'm so glad I found you. He runs right up to Wayne.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing here?
I have to be here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What about you?
I also have to be here.
Okay. I got a vision of you, you know that nice rat who lives near you? She got you, she made it so that your finger disappeared, or she got you in trouble?
Sorella.
Yeah. Sorella showed me that you were carrying a very dangerous power source, and I can only imagine that meant that you were going to some dangerous sun, but actually seeing you here is great because the gold sun doesn't seem that bad.
It's fine. Yeah,
Well, Kitty's here too.
that's great.
What are you doing here? Maybe we can help.
I'm trying to locate an object that I need.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Would you like help
What
with
are
that?
you What are you doing here?
There's a big problem that I have to solve.
What's your problem?
I don't know.
Don't worry about it too much.
Wayne,
Hey,
hey, can you get the bar to stop hopping around the suns and like go stay back on Saturn
yes, I can.
now?
No,
Please do it now.
it'll be fine.
No, it won't. This is your like bad Wayne voice.
What do you mean?
This is your bad Wayne voice.
My bad Wayne voice?
Yeah,
got a
you're
bad
being a
Wayne?
bad. You're being a bad
Wait,
Wayne
I
right
met
now.
a bad Wayne.
He's being a bad Wayne right now.
No, Kitty. This is really important. I should have told everyone earlier. I met a bad Wayne. He tried to kill me.
Well, I doubt
We talked
that's
about
what-
this. That
I
was a
doubt that's what's
misunderstanding
happening.
outside of Liberlight's
I
house.
doubt
No,
that-
no,
I
no, 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 no,
honestly
no, no,
didn't
no,
even
no,
do
no, no, no.
anything.
This is different. This is not Librelite. This Wayne was not you. When I was talking to Sorella, I was trying to explain myself to her, and I might have come on a little strong, and I was following her, and then we ran into you, but it wasn't you, and you tried to like crush my mind or something like that, and I fought back against the you, but again, I can't emphasize this enough, it wasn't you, and recently I learned about the Shadow Suns, or the Dark Suns, or whatever, and I think it was from there, and I think Daniel McPherson is also from there.
Heap of chink and squabble.
Zibdi-lobdog.
Yeah, it's Wayne.
That was Wayne?
No, this is Wayne, so we're fine.
No, I know, but it's out there somewhere, presumably. And
Okay.
it could
Out
do
there.
everything that you could do.
Really?
Not Wayne can do. Yeah.
So this sounds like the not Calvin situation.
What not Calvin situation?
Back in the day, apparently, McPherson made not Calvins to go around and do stuff to mess with people.
No. He just replaced people's memories of me using a simulacrum that is sort of. He used it as a focus object to replace everyone's memories of me.
I'm gonna fix all of these problems.
How?
You're being bad, Wayne. Come in here and fix the bar.
I'm not being bad, Wayne.
Come in here.
It's gonna be fine.
No, because you're doing that, something's wrong. What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Well, a lot of things are wrong. I'm gonna fix them though. I'm gonna fix them. I pushed us
Wayne.
off a path,
Wayne?
and I'm gonna let us go back and start the path anew.
You're being such a creeper right now.
What are you talking
You're
about?
being. Look at you.
What?
Look at your posture. Look at what?
What's wrong with what?
What's what?
Don't.
No, don't
do that.
Don't do that.
I hate that.
I hate that.
I hate it.
I hate it. Come into the bar.
Wayne, surely
Why would
whatever you're on the way to do, if you're just looking
Just come
for
with
something.
me. Do you trust me?
Well, of course I trust you.
Obviously.
Come with me. Moxie,
What?
you two come with me.
Well, yeah, Mox, I'm worried about leaving you here if it's gonna just keep shifting around.
There's 5 of them.
There are 5 different ones?
I don't know if I've been passing the same
You've
one.
probably been passing the same one.
Well, it's moving.
Well,
Well, we could test by waiting here and seeing if he passes by again.
That's a great idea. That's the scientific method that I know and love.
that's the worst. Well, at least some of us are going with you. At least half of the group, because I think that probably you and I are just gonna spring back together at this point.
I mean, that's true.
Okay, Mox, I think you should come with. I don't want to keep you in the bar. I think Marimba can watch it.
Kitty, I don't think I can go.
What do you mean you can't leave the bar?
That's it. I can't leave the bar.
Are you bound to it?
Then make something that. Come on.
Make something?
Well, if you're gonna fix the problem with the bar, and we're in the Golden Sun, right? They can do stuff that
Oh.
changes things.
Yeah, you're right, Kitty. I'll just grab some of this wispy meringue off the ground and I'll whip something up that solves a problem I didn't know I had until 3 seconds
Wasn't
ago.
there a thing that we had with McPherson where you made like an inhaler that made the place continue to be?
Yeah.
So do that with the bar.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
No, do that so that Mox can come with us so that we can appeal to whoever's in here to fix this problem.
Yeah, Mox, do you start dying when you leave the bar?
Yeah, I can't get real far, and then I just get real weak, and then I just get pulled right back on in.
Do you understand that we're having a problem? That this is a crisis?
Hey,
Well, isn't
Moxie,
that a breach of
who-
his contract?
Yeah, what is your contract's deal, Moxie?
To the hearts?
No, to Daniel McPherson, probably.
Wait, you have a contract with the Hearts?
Well, just my bartending job.
Oh.
Which he probably wouldn't be able to leave the bar during.
Why does your
Peak hours.
bartending job prevent you from being able to leave the bar?
I
Why
I
does
don't
it
really
kill
think
you
that's
if you try to leave the bar?
Yeah, it's a little bit. That's like duty versus survival.
Well, this is all getting a little intense, guys. What? Why don't y'all come back? Admittedly, the fact that the bar keeps hopping around is not ideal, but there's one very special thing happening in the cellar. Every time we go to a new sun, we get new flavors back there. Right? Come back in. Come back in.
All right, now this is starting to seem like a trap.
Wait a minute. Every time you go to a new sun, you get new flavors of beverages?
It's something about the sun just changes what's in the cellar.
Well, hold on now. Is it changing the flavors or are you getting new things in the cellar?
It is changing.
Okay.
the
That's
cellar.
different.
Marimba sort of pipes up. Yeah, it's really good. You gotta try this this blue stuff. It's where it's at.
This sounds like part of a problem that I'm going to be able to correct. So I think we should not worry about it.
That's very ominous, Wayne.
I wasn't talking to you, Marimba.
I don't like what's happening with you right now. I wish you'd focus on whatever this present problem seems to be. This feels like a big problem, Wayne.
It is. It's all part of a great and grand problem.
Well, if I'm supposed to be here, maybe I'm supposed to help him with this problem.
That makes sense to me.
Just Wayne has a tendency to get really extreme with his thinking. And I feel like we're discovering a lot today. We're discovering that what we had learned about the previous contract is not in effect. And apparently the Suns are doing scary things, and we should probably find out about what's going on in the cellar. And also, apparently, Mox might be bound by someone in my family. Do you know who did it? Who made the contract?
Are you all right outside the door? It sounds like you really were not interested in crossing that threshold.
Yeah, I think.
No, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
inside.
I think I
So-
ran a little bit out of the door. To
Yeah,
like-
you guys are sort of at the doorway. The bar is starting to phase away a little bit.
Huh?
It's happening.
Kitty, you're just gonna get pulled back
You
here,
can-
or worse, I'll get pulled to you.
Yeah, we can do all that stuff you're talking about, or you can help me con a clock into telling me an answer to a question that I need to know.
Well, clocks are nice.
Kitty grabs Calvin and shoves him in the direction of Mox so that they go through the bar door before it closes.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, are you going to try to stop it, Calvin, or are you going to let it happen?
I think she got me by surprise.
Okay, excellent. So you tumble in the door just as it's closing, and it fades away. So you
No!
can just put. Yep.
Great, that's 5 minutes I'll never get back, and I start walking towards the castle.
All right, so it's just the two of you now.
Yeah.
You're starting to walk towards the castle. Excellent. Do you have any plan for going faster? Because it's quite a hike. So, what's your plan here?
Do I have plans for going
You
faster?
passed little Elderbrand villages. Let's pull a new card. By the way, I pulled a card for Moxie. So Moxie gets a card. I will tell you guys it later. Hidden Moon of this cool, weird, freaky castle is what we pulled here. So that is going to be
Oh.
enhancing the secrets, the Wayne.
Is there anything around that's moving at a reasonable pace?
Yeah, there are. Occasionally you see what look like kind of quadrupedal animals. They're kind of, they look like strangely proportioned giraffes, and they
Oh,
are
fun.
sort of, there are herds of those happening. They
Ah.
don't seem to be coming anywhere near you necessarily. but
Adorable. I dominate
fast.
one's mind and make it my servant.
You're horrible. How does that work?
I kind
What
of
does it look like?
I see them kind of like jaunting along.
Merrily.
And at this point, I'm like tired and angry. And I just point a finger at one of them and I go, and there's like, I guess if there was a camera, it would like follow the trail of this invisible bullet as it leaves my finger and snaps into the mind of one of the giraffes. And we just see all of its like neurons like unclasping and like rewiring.
Yeah.
And then it like comes to a sudden stop. And I like make a little tiny like fishing rod action, and it turns around and gallops over to me. And
All
I
right.
climb onto its back. I pat its neck and I say, "Let me call you Jaunter." And then I kick it into gear and we ride towards the castle.
Cool.
All right.
So while we are riding towards the castle, Kitty like is lounging on this thing's neck and looking at Wayne, who is like glaring determinedly.
I thought we were in the bar, or did you just push me in the bar?
Just you.
Oh boy.
We'll get back to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you went in there too.
No.
Oh, my bad. Oh,
Nope.
do you want to ride up?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, great.
She's going to take a ride up, okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't think you were there.
No,
so,
no, I just came up with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I pull you up.
We're gonna spring back together, as I figure. So
Eventually.
that's what's going on. So while we're riding,
Where have you been?
around, and then I got pulled back into shadow.
That's not normal.
No, but plenty of things aren't normal. So I'm gonna pull one of these. What's going on? What are you doing? What's the plan?
I found out something that I'd rather wish I'd known all this time.
What thing?
Do you remember how I've been struggling with a certain mystery?
Mm-hmm.
Someone I'd forgotten?
Yeah, the whole like coffee cup situation.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't forget anyone at all. I was remembering, for lack of a better word, someone I was supposed to be with in the future.
Okay. So you're You were divining?
Yeah. I didn't know that. So the whole time that I was trying to figure out who I was supposed to be knowing, who had been taken away, the act of searching for that answer pushed me further and further away from the person that I was supposed to be meeting.
That makes sense.
But now I'll never get to.
Why?
I just won't,
How do you know?
because I ruined it.
Okay.
But I'm going to undo it. All the things that have happened to us so far, I'm going to undo.
I feel like
Calvin's lease, I'm going to undo it. Your problems with OG Kitty Hart, I can undo them.
How?
All I need is the name of a certain object.
Well, okay, but like how though? Like how do you want to undo them?
If you'll come with me, and maybe Calvin too, we'll go back in time and start all over again.
Let's cut from here.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we're back at the bar.
All right, Moxie, I think I need a drink.
Okay.
You currently see through the window the Umbra, the place between the suns, as you are cruising along.
Wait, do you travel through the Umbra every time?
Not very long.
Not for very long, but yeah.
Wow.
Isn't it nice? It's a nice view. The regulars like it.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. We like it every once in a while, but it's nice to have that solid sun ground under our feet. Let the people come in.
I'm sure. Okay, so maybe if I'm here, I'm supposed to be figuring out this problem. Has anything changed about this place that you guys have looked for?
No, I mean, we know that we're not really where we're supposed to be, but we don't mind.
You don't mind?
I mean, the taps keep full and the people keep coming in. And, you know, every once in a while we end up back on Saturday and it's just fine.
And the Hearts are okay with this? And you guys, I mean, I have to imagine having a consistent location is pretty important to a bar.
I'm pulling a new card since
But
it's
maybe
kind of
not in
easy.
this wild place that I live in now.
Yes, this game is magic. Don't look, Kelvin, don't look. You should look. You don't have to know anything about this game to know what this means.
Cool.
So, try to do that.
Oh my God.
Show chat. I mean, you could see. All right. So you're looking out. So you're looking out into the Umbra. You're chatting, enjoying yourself. What drink are you drinking?
I don't know. Like, is whatever's
What
in
in
their
Maxima?
stores, or because they're between suns, is it some weird Umbra drink?
Well, we have the regular stuff, but down in the cellar, it doesn't stay consistent if we move it out of the cellar. The cellar just, something's funky going on in there with the suns.
All
So
right,
I can
maybe
get you something normal.
I'm gonna go down and take a look at that.
Great.
How
Well,
about?
come on back.
Take you back down to the cellar. What does that look like, Kitty?
Oh, like the entrance down to the
Yeah,
cellar?
and then it
So the woodwork in the Grand Jubilee is grand. So like
cool.
all of
Yay.
the doors are like a little more square than usual doors, and they have different scroll work. So the cellar door has like barrels and like dried meats and stuff
Yeah.
hung up.
Got to redraw.
You gotta redraw.
Save them.
No.
what was drawn?
Vizier.
Vizier.
Oh, jeez.
And that's Notions. I forget whose that is. That's Calvin's. So
Notions
that
is
was
me.
going to be. So instead we get.
Oh my God.
What is it?
Yes. This is way worse. Forgotten Prisoner.
Oh boy.
Down in a creepy underground prison. It's very horrible. Okay. So, Gamer X, something different will happen. So you're going down into this. Unless someone tells me to retry it again, which I think is possible. Yeah.
Oh no!
Dang it. So good though. sealed door.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Whoa!
So good.
Oh my God!
Have we ever drawn that one before?
We have.
Once, I think.
It's cool.
We have?
very cool.
I don't remember it.
Well, it was drawn twice. I don't
Okay.
remember the first time, but the most recent time makes this awfully significant.
What was the most recent time for all our folks?
The most recent time was the one clock in the shop that Calvin was not allowed to touch because it contains the secret that he learned that Danny McPherson has been trying to learn from him, and that he can't remember.
Excellent.
The secret that concerns all of the sons.
Its meanings are delay and action, barriers, and unchanging. So you're going to go down to this quite beautiful. So you get down to that large, the sort of the downstairs area, and it's not like the cellar itself is locked or anything. The cellar, what does it look like if you have a sense of it?
The cellar itself?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that I don't know. It looks like a fairly regular cellar that's warm, and it's mostly made out of wood, and it has kind of dirt floors at one point, and then like marble floors in the back towards where they do colder storage.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Excellent. So Moxie shows you to some of the new cool stuff, and everything's going great. So what do you take out for sampling?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to fix something down here?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at this stuff that keeps changing.
Yeah.
Because I figure it must have something to do with this problem.
Cool. Why don't you give me some kind of roll related to that?
I believe that would be perception. I will spend a Bene on that.
Okay.
And I'm going to pop this sortilege.
Okay. Ooh, sortilege, bring it on. The card is enhancing notions, which is it is enhancing secrets, which is Wayne.
Ooh, you know what? I am also
You have a thing?
going to use my Indigo sun ability from my Walks the Path of Suns. And I am going to, with a depletion of 4 to 0, I just learned about the depletion impacting this, see invisible things, know when I hear lies,
Cool.
and there's one other thing that it did for me.
What level are
Yeah,
you
see through
casting
all
it on?
illusion, see invisible things. The base level is 4.
And so Forte abilities are kind of cool in that you can pump as much sorcery as you want into it, even if you don't have the secret, because it's your Forte ability. So what level are you casting it at? And what does it look like when you sort of activate that Indigo ability?
Well,
to see through
so
illusions.
I guess first I will roll for that. Oh boy, I can't remember if I got a +1 die when I roll this, because some of my other ones I do. Can you bring up the Walks Path of Suns real
Oh,
quick?
sure. Yep.
In the meantime, I guess I'll use another sortilege because learning the secret will be important, and I want to cast this at.
So to be clear, I'm going to have you roll for I am looking for the secret here after you've cast the spell. Like the spell, you just pay for it.
Of course,
It's
yeah.
going to venture toward it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I am going to cast this at level. Let's see. I spent this 5. Going to cast this at level 7.
Super cool. That's pretty high. It does give you an extra die for sortilege.
Oh, cool. So I didn't need to spend the sortilege. That is a 9.
It's a 9. How many successes did you get?
Oh, good
Magical
question.
effects.
So
Multiple successes.
I rolled the 9 on one. The other one is going to be spent the 5 from that. No, I spent 2 more. Oh, but that just increased the level, right?
Which goes toward this.
Okay,
So
but
it sounds
would be
like
successes.
it's above a 7 probably.
Well, I rolled a 3 on this one.
Yep.
So
Plus
I'm not.
the level of your spell, which is 4.
Oh, does it add the level
Yeah.
of the spell?
I'm really bad at spells, so I've probably been messing this
Boy,
up. for all of
okay,
you.
so yeah, then I got
You're-
at least
you're
2
great.
7s. Great.
Okay. So at first, while you're down there, you're
Oh, and the way this looks,
Yeah, thank you.
because I've done it before, the green around Calvin's eyes has an indigo glow as he sees through illusion and lies and all that nonsense.
excellent. You're looking around at these. I think you're initially looking at these casks or bottles, things like that. You're looking on the shelves and looking in the cold area where the marble floor is, and you're not finding anything too interesting. You're seeing strange auras is a strong word, but you're getting the senses of different kinds of magic residues on different parts of these casks and things. That the story that you've heard so far checks out. Occasionally, weird sun magic is kind of coming through the cellar. But it is when you are, you're looking, you're not finding anything too much, and you look back at Moxie, and you see not just Moxie, but you see a person behind Moxie.
What the shit?
Fuck.
Do I recognize this person?
The person is affectless, and you don't recognize them. In sort of a similar sweater shade color to Moxie, just standing behind Moxie.
Okay.
All right.
And I think that's where we'll go back, because you
What the
could ponder
fuck?
what to do with that, unless you have a thing you want to do.
Boy, not yet.
Okay. All right. So back to you two. You're had just revealed a little bit.
Yeah, and furthermore, while we were cut away, I
Yeah.
revealed a little more than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I passed some notes.
Yep.
How close are we to the castle, by the way?
You're getting quite close, especially
Great.
with this. What did you call it? A jaunter?
The jaunter.
Excellent. So yeah, you're getting up
We're
to the
getting
steps
up
of
to
the
the
castle
thing.
now.
I mean, I have no attachment to how things have been going.
Great.
So,
They haven't been going particularly great.
and I see no reason to not change time. So,
Oh my god.
my only question is, are the methods sound?
I don't know.
Because I want to retain my memories, or this is a worthless exercise.
I can help you walk through that.
Okay.
The only part I don't know for sure, and this is one of the questions I need answered, is if our previous selves will be there as well, and what we do with them.
Oh, well, I wouldn't mind having another me around. That'd be great.
You say that, but you've never had you around.
No, I'm delightful. I'm delightful.
You've never had you around.
I'm great. And I'd be in charge of me anyway. I'm in charge of all of the level
Oh boy.
2 Goetic at this point. And I believe I'd be a level 2 Goetic at that point. So I'd be like, it'd be fun.
Okay, great.
Yep.
I look forward to watching you try to control you.
So what's the, what do we have to dupe a clock?
Yeah, there's a clock who lives in this castle who, as I say this, it really does sound ridiculous, and I didn't realize it because I was boiling mad the first time I showed up here. But there's a clock who lives in this castle who knows the name of a thing that I'm looking for, and probably will be able to answer the question of what will happen if we jump back a couple of weeks
Sure.
and find ourselves. Based on some TV shows I've watched in the shadow, we could very well unravel parts of reality.
Right.
But what do they know?
So what's the issue with the clock person?
They don't seem willing to answer my questions yet, but I'm tired of being pushed and pulled around the universe at the whims of other people's schedules.
All right. What sort of being are they?
An angel, maybe?
Oh, that's super easy. What's their name?
I don't know.
You don't know their name?
I didn't know that that's the one I'd be meeting.
Okay, so then do you have something to turn me invisible or something? If you can get the angel's name, then we can easily get this information.
Sure, here you go. I pass a flask of like shimmering liquid from my pocket?
Yeah.
One of my trench coat pockets to Kitty.
Yeah, this is legit.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I figure we just go to the thing. I'll drink this. You get the name.
great.
Then
Then
I'll
we
summon
go
them,
home.
and we make them tell us everything that you want to know, and that's
Perfect.
zippity-doo.
Then we go back to Saturnine. I sell my house to the Hunger, and we go back in time and prevent all this from ever happening. We could even kill Dana McPherson the
Hunger's-
day we walk out.
Hunger's bad, though.
Whatever we do will be undone anyway.
I don't know about that. Like, I don't know about you making a deal. Well, because it depends on how.
Right. Well, worst comes to worst, I'll go back to my old house and throw me out of it and move in.
Pepin shows up next to you.
Hey, Pepin.
Pepin looks like ready, and a little ticker comes out, and it says, "I will now deliver the order for the trousers."
Oh, great.
It repeats it again, and it looks at you, and it holds out a little compartment, waiting for your order.
My order.
Trousers?
Yeah, I've already got trousers, but the tailor keeps making me more trousers. Apparently, I've been ordering them. Great.
That feels significant.
I touch the compartment with my gloved hand. Does anything happen?
Pepin cocks its head and seems to spit out. It spits out your thoughts, right? Which are, I hope that touching my finger to this compartment will indicate that I'm placing the order, I guess.
Yes.
So it spits that out and it takes it, puts it in the compartment, closes it,
There we go.
starts flying away.
Just as I planned.
Excellent. Are you wearing said trousers?
I'm wearing my Red Sun trousers. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Should I be expecting another pair of trousers? I know I'm expecting another order from the tailor.
You have so far only achieved one pair of trousers
Okay.
from this tailor.
I'm trying to keep a tab on how many magic trousers I have, and I so far only
You
have
got
one.
fitted for the trousers last time.
Right.
Hey, everybody, look forward to our spin-off series, Wayne and the Magic Trousers.
The Brotherhood of the Traveling Trousers, I suppose.
The interstellar trousers.
Okay, so you are up at the door.
Intersolar.
Yes.
You're up at the castle. What is your plan here? So you just got a flask of some sort.
Yeah.
What are you doing with it?
Glunk, 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 glunk.
Glunk, glunk, glunk.
And then glink, glink. For,
Oh.
Yeah, for Lucky.
Excellent. And so does it turn you invisible? Can I see what it does to you?
It looks like there is nothing in the bottle, but it sloshes. It feels like there's something in the bottle, right? It feels like there's a liquid. So Kitty drinks this thing, and then it's a weird effect because she's already glass, but like as it drains, she just invisibles up.
Excellent. Super cool. Once we get into more like closer time stuff, I'll ask for that depletion more often.
Sure.
The card that I pulled is Cat. It is of Notion, so it's enhancing Calvin over there. But
Wasn't there a cat the last time I went to the castle?
Yep, there was. It was the unwelcome child, but this one is a lot more welcoming. It is the companion card.
Oh, great.
And so actually, I think that's what I meant to do. This is fine. So companion cards duplicate the last effect. So it's of sealed door. So it's actually just helping out.
Oh wow.
Neat.
Helping out Wayne, which is nice.
Hooray.
All right, it's very helpful. So Kitty is invisible and Wayne is
Visible.
Striding.
Furthermore, riding the back of a magnificent angelic giraffe.
up the stairs of
Yeah,
this
just
castle.
going. Well, I assume I'll dismount. I don't want to ride it into the castle.
Okay, excellent.
I dismount and I look up to it and telepathically give it the command to wait.
Okay, you see that the platform that you're on, up close near the entrance to the castle, starts shifting as it becomes a long trough with water in it and sort of a shade from the sun and a comfy bit of grass for it to lay on. And so this whole thing just shifts to meet its needs.
Step out of that area.
It steps out, but the rest of the, it just shifts the material to create
Take some
that
laps around
it.
the castle until I come back.
Does it?
Everyone is welcome here but me.
Well, have you tried knocking? I'm being polite.
Whose side are you on?
I'm trying to get you there effectively, Wayne.
I walk into that castle.
Excellent. Before you can knock or touch a handle, it opens for you. And into Moxie's
What the
Moxie's bar. Moxie is not down. Moxie's not there. Sorry,
I'm not there.
But it is the Grand Jubilee, and Marimba looks back at you.
Impossible.
Hey, Wayne, you're back.
Maybe you should have knocked.
We cut to Calvin, who has seen a strange human, affectless, situated right behind Moxie.
Okay. Calvin is.
And I think possibly as the puppeteer of Moxie. Moxie is a Muppet, so. So just like so.
Oh yeah, this could be how he looks all the time. And I've just never seen through the illusion before, because he is a puppet.
So you're looking at Moxie, kind of strange, huh?
Yeah. Calvin might try to hide that. We'll roll a persuasion.
Ooh.
Everything is fine.
Of trying to pretend,
Yeah,
pass off.
Calvin's trying to play it cool.
Cool. Let's see how that goes.
I get an 8
An 8.
with my persuasion skill of 3. Thanks, Wayne.
You play it cool. You like Moxie. You don't. Did you find anything?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
So, Moxie, I'm curious, when did you go back to work?
When did I come back?
Because we, rescued you from the Red Sun, and the bar was there when we left.
came back a few days later. I was starting to feel bad, but
I guess Kitty just didn't manage to break the contract. I can't really see anything that might be going on with this liquid. Have you been serving it to customers?
I've tried, but as I mentioned before, once I take it out of the cellar, it's just what it used to be in the old barrels and the old bottles.
Oh.
It doesn't retain its changes once it
It's
leaves
only here.
Yeah.
Only in the cellar. Huh. Well, that's really odd. I want to know, because I am seeing through lies.
Yeah.
Am I being lied to at all?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
So, okay. And this part of this was playing into...
Would a Muppet lie to you? Calvin.
I don't know. This is the first time I've seen a puppeteer.
It can't be trusted.
It's real.
I'm going to take a look around upstairs, see if... I mean, this seems to be like the biggest X factor. I just want to make sure that everything is in order.
Great, thanks. Want anything else?
I mean, I'll be back.
Okay.
So Calvin goes upstairs. He's going to be looking to see if anyone else is being puppeteered or if he just understood something about Muppets that probably should have been obvious.
Excellent. When you get up there, you see the shocked faces of Kitty Hart and Wayne.
Oh my God! Hello!
Hey,
You don't look happy to see me.
we thought we were walking into somewhere else.
Okay, well, this might be a you thing.
I don't think so. I think this is a him thing.
We do not see the
No.
puppeteer, right? Okay.
He's in the
Not
basement.
unless you have some ability you should tell me about.
I have sensitivity to invisible things and spirits.
But you had seen Moxie before, and so you were just like, oh, there's the human working that puppet.
Oh,
this is how you have seen
This is
Moxie.
how I have been seeing.
This is how you assume everyone sees Moxie like this.
Great, easy.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Moxie's cleaning the counter, doing the usual
Yeah,
errands. Playing it
Calvin
cool.
pulls him to a corner. Moxie might have someone controlling him.
Yeah, apparently,
Who?
like one of my family or something, right? Like that bound them
No,
into
no,
the
no, no.
bar?
I mean, like,
It's like really insidious.
literally sitting behind him, talking when he talks, making a move.
What?
What are you talking about?
There's like a guy behind Moxie.
A guy behind the guy?
No.
No, that guy. Do
No.
you see the guy?
Moxie.
The guy that is Moxie.
No, Moxie's Moxie.
Right. Moxie, you're talking about Moxie the puppet.
I'm talking about Moxie the puppet, but there's a man behind the puppet.
Right. In the puppet.
Yes, he's got a hand inside.
Are you talking about just like theoretically how puppets work?
No, the guy who's puppeteering Moxie.
No one's puppeteering Moxie. Moxie came here and is like just working.
No, there's always
No,
been a
there's
guy
a guy
puppeteering
puppeteering
Moxie.
Moxie right now.
He's always been there.
What are you
What?
talking about?
I've never seen him before.
What are you talking about?
I did just
assumed
cast a
that
spell.
This guy went to the changeries one day and decided he wanted to mostly be a puppet.
Okay, maybe I'm solving a completely pointless mystery.
I'm right here.
Hey, Moxie,
Yeah.
you've always had a puppeteer, right?
What?
What? Mox, what is he talking about?
I mean,
I mean, there's a guy making you move.
Like back in Shadow?
no. I've always been me since I came back to actuality.
Right. But I put my hand on the shoulder of the guy. This has always been normal, right?
The guy doesn't react. The puppet looks at you.
I guess I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Okay.
I pat the guy on the head. You can feel that, right?
What in the world are you doing?
He's touching this guy, and this guy is not reacting at all.
I don't, there's no,
Moxie, you can't feel that?
What? No, that's air.
are you guys trying to give Mox,
Huh.
are you making fun of Moxie right now?
No.
Are you bullying him
I'm
in
not
Psychopath
bullying
City?
Moxie. Moxie's very nice.
Thank you.
I just cast a spell to help me see through illusions and behind regular veils and whatnot because I'm trying to figure out why the bar's hopping all over the place. And there's a guy.
This is a bizarrely
The
specific
card
card.
is ghostly presence.
Jesus.
And that is when, as you're looking at Moxie and interrogating their entire life story, which has never happened before, the lights in the room start to shift a little bit, and the door behind you shuts quickly. Everything in this room, Marimba kind of looks up in horror, but the whole room starts to expand. Let me know if you're doing anything, but the whole room is shifting to become a much, much larger area.
What?
The ceiling is expanding. The walls are moving out and turning into curved walls. The light darkens as that gold sun that was filtering in through the window turns to a sort of darker shade. There's still yellows, but there's also blues and shadow. And this. At the center of this place, sort of erupting from underneath, is a large stone basin. And then this room is getting so big that the corners of its edges are even getting hard to see. There seem to be things moving about.
Does
What are
it
you
look
doing?
like the labyrinth?
No,
Okay.
not quite.
Does it look like something I remember?
Why don't you make me a
Yeah.
roll? This is a pretty specific thing.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, you can tell me whether you're using a little magic to sort of access that, or
Would it be hidden knowledge?
hidden knowledge would be great to spend toward this.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's
Oh,
got.
that changes everything.
Oh my god.
Boy.
Oh no.
What percentage chance are we up to now?
I'm going to do
Wayne?
some statistics.
A 6, and then
You spend a hidden knowledge?
yeah.
Excellent. You have a vague memory of. It's not so much this place. Oh, I know what it is. So as this place is, you've never been here.
Okay.
And lots of the bar stuff is still here. Like the bar is here. It's just been moved off to
Way
the
off to the
side
side.
of this enormous chamber that's erupted. There's this big stone basin in the center, and all around, up at the edges, are like crystal or glass see-through bowls that seem to hold different colored liquids, and they're all moving around in some complex dance, floating far above you. But you notice in one of the bowls, there is, you catch sight of something because you have, this is something you know intimately. You have given half a heart before. You see that there's a heart in that bowl up there. So everything gets very strange here. Welcome to the night side of the gold.
Oh, flips.
You especially
Brother.
would feel the difference, right? You
Yeah.
know that I'm telling you that because even if you don't know it intellectually, you felt the shift. Welcome. So everyone is sort of struck dumb. This might be a good point to take a bio break as you see what is happening here on the way back. So now that we are in the night side of the gold sun, I think that's a good 5-minute
Yeah.
or so
Sounds
break.
good.
What the
We will come
frick?
back and find out maybe some answers or only more questions.
No, more questions.
See you soon.
Yay. Welcome back to the night side of the Gold Sun today. The Gold Sun is still all about transformation and transition and change, but it has the darker side of it. It's about the loss that comes with change and the more ominous tones and themes that are associated with that. And so our friends have found themselves in the Grand Jubilee, which they had hoped to find themselves inside that castle on the day side of the Gold Sun, but they found themselves in this bar, which shifted into this enormous cavern, and they found themselves feeling pulled elsewhere, and they felt the difference of what's around them, and they may or may not know individually whether it's the night side of the Gold Sun, but they're in some other place. The bar denizens, including Moxie, and Moxie's mysterious, usually invisible operator, is still here. And there's a giant basin in the center with tons of moving bowls that have different colored liquids, and what Kitty Hart has recognized to be a human heart in one of those bowls as it moved around. Everything is quiet in here except for the whoosh and occasional slosh of water as it moves around. What do you do?
I make a beeline to the heart and start checking up on it.
Excellent. Drawing a new card somewhere
The
here.
final card.
Mysterious rune. Excellent. It is helping out Wayne,
Thank
who
you.
could probably use it.
Boy.
Desperately need
It is also enhancing red magic in case you have any spells that have the red associated with them. So check your spells. Now that you
What
have.
does that mean?
So every spell has a color associated with it. Do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Cool. So reds have more power now. So you are rushing over to that bowl that you caught the heart in. And so it's one that's doing this little low dance to the ground. That's why you're able to sort of get a good look at it. And you run toward the center of the room. It is a wide bowl. There are fine designs in the glass or crystal, and there is a still beating heart. And as it beats, the color of the water around it changes just a little bit. And you can tell this is part of some deep magical practice or arrangement.
Sure. And it's a full heart, right?
It is a full heart.
Interesting. What color is the water changing to?
The color is purple right now, but it is changing with flashes of kind of yellow coming through, and then and as you watch it, it actually shifts to an orange. So it's sort of
It's
going
shifting through different things. Mm-hmm. Okay. I nod a little desperately to myself and start looking around at the other bowls, moving. And if no one else does anything, I will continue to do this and study what is out, frantically what
This
else
place
in the
is
room.
not safe.
Is there anyone here besides us? The four of
There's
us?
the bar. There's Marimba's here. There are the two regulars who are watching their program, the corner, who are.
Do they seem perturbed?
They are very alarmed, but they, either through preservation instincts or something else, they are just remaining stock still and trying not to touch anything. Moxie's still there, wiping down that counter.
Moxie, does the bar change when you go different places like this? Is this normal?
Not like this. No, I've never seen it like this.
We're not anywhere we're familiar with.
Kitty,
I look up from whatever bowl I have.
what are you doing?
Nothing?
Okay, Kitty.
What's this one?
This one is this is clearly a very large creature's heart. It is calcified on one end. It looks like it's got some horrible maybe malady or was near dying but preserved, and still the one part of it is still beating.
And it is the full heart.
It is the full heart.
Kitty, everyone's kind of on edge, so that sort of cryptic nothing it's not confidence building.
Yeah, on eggs is putting it lightly.
Yeah, eggs with salt.
Excellent.
Pepper.
Make me a resistance roll, please.
Okay.
You're going to need at least 2 successes
Great, then I'll
as
use
you feel
a
the
sword
change
lid.
within you starting to starting to.
They ain't gonna be
rise.
over easy, Wayne.
I have a 5 and a 4.
A 5 and a 4. All right, Spoon Wayne.
Oh,
How you doing?
crud.
Says Spoon Wayne.
I'm doing fantastic.
Yep, I relinquish control.
Have a despair.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Now, are you sure you're gonna be okay with having a despair? I don't think you've ever had one before.
I gotta be real. I went out this past week and I had another pocket sewn into my pants to hold more despairs. So I can carry up to 50 despairs now.
Oh, great. Good.
Feeling good.
Is that because you chased down all those Skulltillas? All right.
What does Spoon Wayne do?
Spoon Wayne speaks using Wayne's mouth.
Yes.
Hey, bartender,
Yeah.
you got any eggs?
Probably somewhere.
I suddenly got a craving. And I think you can help me
Scratches
out
his
with
head.
it.
We got pickled eggs, I think. I think we have pickled eggs. She goes back into a thing.
What?
Scramble them up for me.
Oh, okay.
Moxie.
Yeah, get a move on.
I cannot help you scramble these eggs.
I think Spoon Wayne is gonna go over to these floating bowls while
Yeah.
he's waiting for his eggs, and he's casually gonna eat one of
Nope.
these hearts.
I mean, as soon as you start moving towards one,
Oh, don't! It's not me. It's Wayne.
as soon as Wayne starts moving towards these bowls,
Yeah.
I turn around.
What's the matter, sweetheart? Don't you recognize your friend Wayne?
I've seen this before. I know what you're doing. You're not coming over here.
Oh, I think I am. Because I'm hungry. You see, all this travel's
Wow.
got me upset.
Okay. Wayne.
What's one for Spoon Wayne?
Oh, God.
no.
Monsters.
Here's the thing.
Grab another venture. If that's, I'm not sure if that's how you're trying it.
Unless you want me to pull that thing out of you right now, I figured you were keeping it around for some reason. You're gonna wait for those eggs to be scrambled. Food's coming. There are drinks. You can go have something from the bar. There's food
What
around.
is wrong with Wayne?
He's just got like something in him that makes him eat stuff. He ate a bunch of demons, don't you remember? No, you don't, because we went back in time. I went back in time.
What is it with time travel? What is it with everyone in time travel?
What's wrong? It's fine. Hey!
The card that I drew is Conspirator, which is lovely. It is the defender of Wayne's.
Oh, sweet.
So
Wait,
if,
me Wayne or Spoon Wayne?
both.
Nice.
So, but currently Spoon Wayne's in control.
Great.
So we have another venture to Kitty.
Thank you.
So if Spoon Wayne wants to try a thing, does Spoon Wayne want to try a thing to go against Kitty, or is Spoon Wayne sufficiently cowed with Kitty's impressive goetic
Can you
cape?
make a persuasion roll on Spoon Wayne?
I can make a persuasion roll.
He's not easy. It's not easy to reason with him, but you might be able to do it. You talk to unreasonable things
intimidate.
all the time.
So I was
Or yeah,
gonna-
whichever what do you want to do? Intimidate or?
No, I'm going to try to reason with Spoon Wayne. So I spent an interaction bene.
And I'm going to assume Darcy knows what level Spoon Wayne is.
Yep.
I'd love just an all Wayne
That
battle
is-
royale.
That would be extremely good.
An 11 to the roll.
Wow, that's quite good. Yeah, you make a great case. You sufficiently back Spoon Wayne down to at least not act right now, right?
Right.
All right. So maybe I can wait for the eggs.
The eggs are up.
Yeah, it's gross.
As Wayne is digging in, just viciously to these poor eggs, shocking even Moxie quite a bit.
This happened before?
Yeah. This,
To Wayne?
I don't know. This happens sometimes. Mox, stay away from him. He's very dangerous.
How are you so cavalier about all this?
I deal with like demons and stuff all the time. This isn't particularly scary. It's just something that's possessing
I will
Ryan.
never be used to this place. Never.
an enormous, tall, lithe woman of black obsidian with these beautiful, rough-cut emerald eyes starts pulling herself out of that enormous stone basin at the center of this cascade and dance of bowls.
Wait a minute.
And no water is dripping off of her, but you can hear the quiet sound of water sort of moving as she, as though, sort of joints for days, is able to pull herself out and then stands before you all. Welcome. She speaks. Do you have a sense of her voice?
It was like deep and whispery.
Yeah, I'm thinking it has a bit of this. You get the sensation of the fluttering of moth wings when she speaks. Welcome. It's been a long time that I've been hoping to meet you all here.
What's her name?
I've seen you before.
She glides over and pats Wayne on the back.
He, I think
Please.
Spoonwain snaps at the
Oh, yeah?
fingers a little bit.
And she looks kind of enchanted, just a little delighted. And she moves over to Kitty and she says, "Why, my Kitty? I am Corazon. I'm the master here. Korazon. It's canon. It's in the book. Go look it up. You all have come a long way to get here." And she sidles over to Moxie and starts petting his head a little bit. What is it you're looking for?
Still eating.
I'm
Probably.
just supposed to be here.
You've been supposed to be here several times, my Wayne, or my Calvin. Kitty,
Yeah.
you've been looking for me.
Yes.
Kitty, who is this?
It's Corazon.
That explained literally nothing.
Well, we're in her domain. I don't.
But you know her. When you fell to shadow, you were just watching an image of this person on repeat.
It's embarrassing.
Well, you've told me nothing about her. Well, what am I supposed to know? Who are you?
Well, that's such a large question. I think it's a large question for any one of us here, still eating those eggs.
Fine, what do you want with us?
I'm the warden of the night side of the Gold Sun, and you all walk in here as though you are giants. You come bearing magical tools, you come bearing your fancy new cape.
She thinks it's fancy.
She's so proud. You find yourselves giants on the streets of Satyrine, and I promise you, you are not the giants here. You've been meddling, my friends, and I want very little of you, truly. I have much more to give than I need from you. Why don't you make me a resist roll to try to push through?
2 successes.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Oh crap. Wow. 0 is one of them. So. And
was
on
that
the
your
sortilege.
Yes. Okay. Wayne is trying to push through. It is the Weeping Priest, which is the apprentice. So I think that's actually worse for you. Yeah, it's -1 for you. So you get a flux and 0s. So good job. All right. Let's quickly flux. I don't think we've done this one. I hope not. I had to print off a new one. Oh, no. Your teeth begin to glow brightly.
No. All right.
From Zachary Miller, which is even grosser, illuminating the egg mass.
Since
below
we're
your
in
teeth.
the Gold Sun, can they grow like glow?
New card.
New card.
New card.
Not gonna save me, unfortunately.
Hey, I mean, if it's a good enough card. Crowded Tomb, the Crowded Tomb of Wayne.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. So more thematically appropriate card.
And it is your card, and so that's actually would be a +1 to you.
And I've already got that daily.
Oh yeah,
The
so you're a
Invisible
+2.
Sun card.
So you're not able to push through entirely, but things are looking better for you. You have sort of you're starting to peel through the Spoon Wayne barriers.
Great.
Excellent, but otherwise.
I'm gonna keep I have a venture or 2 ventures, I think, cashed. That's what these are. So I'm gonna hold on to them because I
Okay.
may need them later.
Excellent. We've been doing a bit of a dance for a long time, both you and I, Kitty, and many other denizens of Satyrine. She says, I would like to wrap some of this up. Wouldn't you?
If that's what you'd like, sure.
Calvin, what is it you're looking for?
I don't know.
What change do you want? What are you now that you wish you weren't?
I mean, nothing, honestly. I don't need anything from you.
Nothing?
I don't want a single thing from you. I am here because I'm supposed to be here.
You're a danger to everyone around you, Calvin.
Yeah, that's because they're all under your power, right?
Oh, no, no, no. You've been a danger to many innocents, many people far from my power.
Oh.
You've been a danger in the past.
Yeah.
You might be the most dangerous person in this room, if not the most powerful.
Well, I've changed, haven't I? I'm different. I'm not that person anymore. I think you have a better idea of that than I do. But
Certainly.
I'm just this person here right now. And I'm here because I'm supposed to be here.
Why are Calvin and I connected?
You've been so many cycles.
Oh,
There are things older than what we currently look at, and she pulls up sort of the path of suns. Things rearrange, things come back and go forth. Calvin seems to cycle through more than most. I can't explain why you are connected, but it is something knowable. What about you, Kitty? What are you looking for?
at the moment, really, what I want is to be free of all of the debt I've accrued trying to find you, so that it would be easier to do that. And I know that sounds silly, but if I don't deal with it, then I can't do much of anything now, can I?
Kitty, can you walk us through the day that we met? And she gestures over to the basin. If you merely touch this water, it will show us what you saw.
Fine. She goes,
Facing the change in front of others is an important part of the change, of course.
and like grabs memory area and chucks it into the bowl.
Excellent. So what does that look like for us?
So it's a memory from when, how old would you say? We were like 12-ish probably. And it was like very soon after Kitty's parents had died, and things weren't going well with placement in the Hart household, and there was like a lot of conversations brewing about where she was going to be placed, what family was going to hold her, and some of her cousins who were Goetics were like picking on her, and one had dominated her and made her do a bunch of stuff, and it wasn't a very nice environment. And then one had summoned accidentally summoned something that it was far too large for them to handle. Things had just got out of control in the estate, and there weren't adults around, and nobody was dealing with this. So not really knowing much about what she was doing, Kitty ended up, making a circle and casting and putting a lot of her feelings into it, and out popped Corzone and asked to make a deal and asked for her heart, just to fix the problem. And Kitty was like, how about half of my heart?
Because she's clever.
Because she's that child brand of clever where she's like, I know that's not a good deal,
Yeah.
but this feels good. And Corazon was like, an interesting proposition, and went with it, and fixed the problem, which had gotten bad at that point. Like, one of her cousins had been killed, and other children were being hurt, the problem was spilling out. It was not a good situation, and that all just went away. And from that moment on, Kitty was just completely changed. It was a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
This person that had showed up became the only important thing in her life.
The water ripples, and Corazon sort of lifts back up to her full, vastly tall height. She says, that's not quite how it went.
What are you talking about?
Most of what you said is the same. Even Calvin was there that day.
What? No, that's not possible.
Your dealings with Kitty Hart, the elder.
What are
Pre-war.
you talking about?
Perhaps one of the many memories you lost and have no interest in ever gaining again. In any case, your namesake and I have been doing a dance for many, 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 many years.
Sure.
We have exchanged blows and done an elaborate political and sometimes physical vying for power and influence and turning the other, who we find unpalatable, into more dire circumstances.
So which one of these bowls has her heart in it then?
That's a matter for another time.
Is it?
You learned to become a very good bargainer and an excellent goetic. You've clearly, I'm very impressed at the progress that you've achieved in so little a time, especially with so little resources from your family. But back then, you had a naivete about you. You might remember that we bargained, but I remember that you were there and you freely gave. You could tell I was in trouble as I came to your house. Things were going bad. There was this bad summoning.
What?
You tried to help me, and you gave me half a heart. And I'd never experienced half a heart before. I'm not sure what compelled you to do it to this day. Perhaps you thought it a bargain, but it was not a bargain by magical standards.
If I was there, your memory could have been altered by Daniel McPherson.
Or my stupid aunt. What would getting half a heart even do for you?
Quite a question, as I had always stolen hearts before. She gestures around. It's the usual way of my kind. She, points around. Stolen hearts are useful for a variety of purposes. She leans over to Moxie. It does leave its prior owner somewhat changed, though. She does a little thing with her hand, and you see one of the bowls go quiet, go very translucent, and Moxie goes limp as the puppeteer becomes visible to all of you.
That's the guy!
Mox?
Right, Wayne?
Hello? Mox?
Raphael. I'm from actuality, but when the war came, I fled into shadow, and then when I came back, Corazon was waiting. Corazon stole my heart and turned me into what you've seen your whole life.
Moxie's been a lovely plant for the Hart family. Nothing personal, just another part of our little war. This is what happens, and she muffles her fingers, and the that heart bowl comes back to light. This is what happens when I steal a heart. But having half a heart was another thing entirely. I can sense through your heart. I'm not a demon, but I'm very close, something older than demons. And I can feel through your heart. It's delightful. Sensations and emotions, something we don't get here. Yes,
Yeah, still
gluttony,
eating, still
the
eating.
delight that we can only emulate as demon kind. What I want is an entire heart, freely given, or at least not stolen. What can I offer you to get that?
Your heart in return.
My heart in return. Do you think you could withstand what you would see?
Yes?
That is your naivete talking.
Okay, Kitty,
No,
let's
it's not.
slow down and think about.
What?
I mean, really?
Calvin, have you ever been in love?
Yes.
Okay, so then you know. It'd be fine.
May I attempt another?
Please.
Cool. That is a 1 and a 3.
Okay, Spoonwain is holding on to you. Is there anything else you're trying to do? You're
Oh,
still.
we're gonna eat all these eggs, and
get
then we're
out.
gonna get those hearts, Wayne, and we're gonna be as strong as her.
Yeah, I think at this point
I
I
think you
probably
have to
finished
strike
the
out
eggs
and have to go for a
Yeah,
heart.
I'm out of eggs, so hearts is food.
Excellent.
Wayne.
Go leap toward one of those hearts. What would you use? What would Spoonwain be able to pull on? What resources do you have to get one of those hearts and devour
Unless Wayne might be failing, but there is another entity in Wayne's head that might want to seize control too.
Yeah, I don't know that. How would this other demon feel about me eating hearts?
Is this Arakesh?
No,
No,
the
this
one I
is-
freed from that glass case and put in my body.
Oh yeah, that was great.
There's just some. Yeah, that's right. You did.
He's
Yeah.
so full of
You're
dudes.
just-
I've got a couple
Grinning.
of guys in here.
And once he eats those other Waynes,
I'm
it's gonna
so
be
excited to
crowded.
eat the other Waynes, gotta tell you. But first things first.
It is very pro heart eating. You being more powerful is a greater host. For
All
it.
right, well, here I come.
You've got 2 votes, yes.
Yeah.
You are overruled.
I'm eating them hearts, man.
All right,
Let's
how do
do
you
it.
how do you do it?
Oh no.
I think
Things are gonna get in your way.
I think
so-
with
Yeah.
a rapid leap and a bound, and I'm gonna bank an action in case they try to stop me because I have an idea.
Perfect. As you are bounding toward there are one of the hearts. You see Corazon look toward one of the bowls and just raise sort of a brow, and one of the heart bowls goes quiet and loses its light and its color as a thing slithers out of it and jumps toward you to get in your way.
Great. I
So-
activate my magic trousers, and I poof past it. So as it leaps towards me, I kind of like disappear and then reappear right behind
Oh
it.
my god!
So I'm now even closer to the hearts that I so desperately hunger for.
Excellent.
I'm like a Kingdom Hearts villain.
Perfect. All right, so you get past that one slithering creature. The floor beneath you starts moving. What are you going to do to get around the fact that all these marble tiles start like pulling down? And as you're running, you're kind of you're running on an endless stretch of tile that just keeps feeding into an
No, I'm
endless
not.
bit beneath you.
I negate the power.
Nice. This is the apostate. I like that
It's
Spoonwain is
just a
wasting
general
all of your
spell.
juice.
It's just a general spell that I'm doing.
What does it do?
By severing its ties to the invisible, I cancel an ongoing magical effect from any source, even one normally permanent.
Wow.
As long as it is level 10 or lower.
This is not level 10, so excellent. So spend that sorcery,
Yep.
however much it costs. Cool. So so what happens? Do you stop it from happening, or do you just ignore it? You kind of Spoonwain scrabbles over it impossibly.
I think there's like a magical effect happening, and Spoonwain kind of like scoops the spell itself that's affecting this area up off the ground in like a wisp, and it congeals almost into like a cotton candy like like wispy-looking pinkish thing, and he just sucks it up and eats it on like without even stopping or breaking pause to like scrabbling towards.
Oh my god, this is not normal. This is not normal. Wayne, stop!
Let me know if you're doing any. You have a chance to do an action if you want.
Yeah, we should just take care of this.
Corazon looks like she's getting ready to snap her fingers.
Okay.
Definitely an escalation in her interest.
I'm going to point at him and snap and cast the Weight of Ghosts.
What the shit?
Yeah. So
I like that we're going up against Spoonwayne.
I wait for a moment where you have an extremity kind of far away.
My big spoony arm.
Oh yeah.
So your big spoony arm gets furthest point
Oh,
away,
a
and then
venture
I
for this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will spend it to pinpoint away, and then I like shoot it, and as I shoot it, it goes pop. It disappears.
My arm?
Your hand.
Oh.
The furthest point of your hand, and in its place there is a weight of 100 of you.
What the
And
hell?
you just get pinpointed, slammed to the ground.
What's the level of this spell?
It's a 4 + 1 die.
Sweet. It doesn't.
Right.
That doesn't happen.
It just doesn't happen.
It just doesn't happen.
Shall
Spell
we dance with it instead?
rips
Would you like to
across-
do that?
Sure, let's try that.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
So
This is what wizard battles look
So
like.
that that spell
Yes.
like my hand disappears and
then it starts
just
to
like
and the-
regrow the spell just dissipates across my
Yep,
skin.
but then I do elevate spell on it, and I do magnify spell up to, let's see. So so that gets it to 5, and then
That does make the
One,
roll that you have
two.
to do higher.
1, 2, 3,
But I think it adds to
4.
your venture too.
5. It just adds to it adds to the venture.
So
3, 4, 5.
what roll does it?
So if she's using magnify spell, she's spending Bene to increase the level of the spell, which would in turn mean that when she's rolling to do the spell, she'd have to roll higher. Unless you just do spells.
I think you just do spells
just do
unless there's
spells.
the challenge against
Unless
it.
there's a challenge against it.
I think I've called for
but
rolls
it
sometimes.
adds to the venture.
Hooray!
Oh.
I'm gonna bank that because I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
need it later.
I think I've been doing
Thank
spells
you.
wrong where a lot of times I call for a roll.
Yeah, so the venture is what he has to roll against, if there's a thing with that. So so let's see, plus 4 + 1 die. So hold on. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8,
Do I
9,
have
10.
access while Spoonway is in control? Do I have access to my
11.
abilities as well?
I mean, Spoonway is
Internally,
you can try to
like my
push
fortes
through.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say you'd have to he's pretty distracted right now, so it's gonna be a lot easier to break through when he's using your spells against stuff. But
Great.
So according to this, it is level 10 now plus a die.
Perfect. Go for it.
So it is 18.
Yeah, that's gonna ruin me. Yeah.
So you get
a
whacked.
venture for everybody.
can I
Thank
get
you.
one of the coins?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you just are pinned. You know, it's not painful.
particularly violent.
Except for it's terrifying that your arm's just your
I think I'm
hand's
just
gone.
pulling
and
against
it is a somewhat not hugely gushing blood, but a trickling blood stone.
I gnaw. Can I gnaw my own wrist
yeah, you
off?
definitely are. Why doesn't Wayne try to make a rest for control here?
Darcy, I'm watching this demon. Is she doing anything? Is she still planning on casting this spell?
She was getting ready to, but it looked like she's letting Kitty sort of handle it for the moment.
I need my sortileges, so I'm just gonna roll 1.
She's still ready to cast it, but she's not doing it yet. She's watching.
A 7.
So yes, a 7 will do.
Great. So I'm
Because
back
it's currently
in command.
distracted for this moment.
Great. I stopped gnawing on my hand. I think that's gonna be my first thing.
That's
that I do.
that's a free action.
I assume I'm in a state of disarray.
Yeah, you're looking pretty bad.
Okay, so
You've
I'm
got
gonna
egg all down your
clean myself
front.
up.
The Corazon lowers her hand. Are you back with us, Wayne?
Are you all right?
No. Sorry. I'm
No.
not mad at you.
Yeah, you're fine. Do you need us to do something?
No, it's fine. I'm back now.
Okay.
I could hear everything that's been happening, and I apologize for the distraction. I-
Apology accepted.
Have my hand back.
It'll wear off.
Great.
Okay. So I've been thinking there's absolutely no way she can freely give her heart to you. You still have half of it.
I want the other half.
Yes, I know, but you said you wanted it freely given, right?
I would like it not stolen, correct?
So
A little duress won't harm it too much.
Well, how do you know?
I've tried to get it the other ways. Once you've had half a heart freely given, it's quite intoxicating.
Yes, what I mean is if you get the other heart of her half, half of her heart, and she gives it to you under the influence of you owning half of her heart, it's not really freely given.
Yes, it is, though.
How do you know that? You can't trust your own words right now. This demon has half of your heart.
But I'm fine with that.
Yes, because half of your heart is under the control of a demon. The only way you can make this without any sort of duress or anything would be for you to, at least temporarily, give her back the other half of her heart.
She steeples her fingers. The same has occurred to me. She goes over to Kitty, and she's getting like very close and
All right, watch it.
She starts blushing.
yes. And so yes, she does that. And she says, when I first tasted your heart, I didn't know what I was in for, and I experienced compassion for that first day. That is why I did solve the problem. I stopped what I had unleashed on your household. It was a momentary lapse in judgment, and I've since come to terms with what hearts do to one. But I wonder what I might do with an entire heart. I think that could be dangerous. But having you without a heart, or with having my heart, I don't know that you could handle it. Certainly not the whole thing. So my proposal is thus, because I think your two friends, understandably, don't want you to lose any more heart than you already have.
I'm fine with it.
Oh, lovely.
Oh
If
my
you
God.
think it's a good idea, I trust you.
Thank you.
A demon has half her heart, Wayne. Should I trust you when you're shoveling eggs in your face or trying to eat hearts or worse?
No, that's not me.
She pets. She says, I've come up with a potential solution. Now, I don't expect to have you do anything for me for free, and you shouldn't accept that either. Feelings aside, as a goetic, I am happy to enter into a bargain about this with you. Now, if
I was
you
going to make a bargain. No, everybody can stop worrying about me. I'm not that compromised. I'm fine. I was going to make a deal.
How on earth would you know? I mean, we're back on top of the tower.
She leans in
Right?
and she whispers to you, Kitty. What if I had the other half of someone else's heart, or perhaps a whole heart? Someone close to you but not you, so you would retain yourself. Perhaps a relative. Lucy has been nothing but a thorn in your side.
Holy shit.
Do it. That's in character. Do it.
I don't care about Lucy's heart.
Then, if I had it and you had your heart,
No, see, look, I get what you want, but the way I've seen it, I figured I'd just keep my half of my heart, because maybe you'd want it. Look, this is a good day, actually, because I was hoping that it might be a bargaining chip, and it is. And look, I'd really like you to like me back. And if we can work out the correct sort of exchange, I feel like it might work out.
she leans back and she says, I'm so thrilled you see it this way. And I'm so sorry. I believe that Kitty Hart has been meddling in your life and keeping your dead because she knows that I have half of your heart. And she sees that as a weakness that I have seen through emotions and experienced sensations like a mortal
Right,
would.
so let's
But
team
I
up and
think
kill her.
I think it's a strength as well, Kitty. I'm so glad you see it that way. My ask in this is that I have another half of a heart,
Anyone's?
a heart family heart. I think there's something special about you and your family. I think you're powerful magic. I would rather have something close to you, but if I took all of your heart, I'm worried that this might happen. This is a stolen heart, of course. But if you were left with no heart, it wouldn't be good.
Why are you so afraid to give up your heart?
I'm afraid it would tear you iota by iota.
But why? Like, have you tried it before?
No, but you're a darling mortal shell.
Okay, well,
I would
then-
rather keep you than destroy you.
Okay, well, then I guess you just have to wait until I'm not.
Interesting. Wayne, now that you're with us, I know there are some changes you want to make.
Yeah.
This is a good forum to see how we can help each other. What is it we can do for you?
All I've tried to do is fix problems. I've tried making solutions and they didn't work. I've tried cutting the problems off at their source and that didn't work. I need the name of an object that I think you know very well.
Many objects?
Just one.
Could you write it down? 'Cause there's... She says, what makes you think this fix will be any better than the others?
I don't know for certain, but I'm going to try. I've gone out of my way, and as a result, I've lost my way. Everything has pushed me aside or pushed me around, and I won't have it.
What do you think?
Well, I guess I'd like an opportunity to do things over again, too.
What changes this time around? How far back would you have us go? Were I to give you the escape wheel? Well, I suppose I can't give it to you, but give
You've kind
you...
of already given it to me, haven't
That's
you?
all you need? I won't be affected by this, my friend.
I understand.
I would love to know that you use it appropriately to not endanger your friends.
I'd hoped. Or maybe at least considered the possibility that they might come with me.
Wayne, I actually am the only person who doesn't know what happened. So I feel a little bit out of the loop right now.
By looking for her, I met her before I was supposed to.
Oh, Wayne.
I have to go back.
I mean, we just find this person, right? Why would we go back?
I know her already.
So?
I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to know her yet.
Wayne, I can't go back anymore, so who?
Opening.
This is real.
Wayne?
The ghost?
Yeah.
The ghost clerk?
I don't know what she is to me.
No, but like, what did you mess up? Were you just like that embarrassing time on the... Didn't I send 7 on your date?
Yeah.
What happened?
It was ruined.
What? I mean, Wayne.
There wasn't supposed to be a date. You don't get it. I only went to that embassy because we needed something.
but we only needed something
Wayne.
because I had the memories. But the memories weren't memories at all.
So
This
Wayne,
is the most complicated way you can solve a very simple problem.
Wayne,
what's the
just talk to her. Oh my God!
Just talk to
Just
her.
talk to her.
You don't understand.
Yes, I think I do.
You don't.
Wayne, if this person was supposed to be in a relationship with you at some point because of fate or something, she's gonna be fine. Just talk to her.
I'm not gonna
I can't
touch
even
any
be
of
on a
your
different
problems.
sun than Kitty.
Yeah.
Are you coming with me or not?
No, absolutely not. And you shouldn't go at all.
I would like to cast a thing.
Cool. Corazon is going to hold your hands in place.
Great. That makes sense.
She's given you the name because she's a very generous, lovely warden of the night side of the Gold Sun, and you will behave when you are in her domain. Wayne?
I bite my tongue.
Yes. I will let this happen. If you would, there are many things we could change on the next time around. If I'm going to help you do that or let you do that, I want the other half of a heart.
Well, I don't want to go back in the first place because now I know your name and I have an idea of what I want to do. I have no desire to go back.
You could go back with all the knowledge that you have now.
This particular device, if you're able to get it.
Think about all the things we've had to go through so far. All the people who've been hurt. Daniel.
What? So you can have one better date? Why do you think it's going to go better this time?
It's not about a date.
No, it is. It clearly
No,
is.
it's not. It's about a future.
You're right. Okay, it's not about a date. It's about your inability to just talk to people and be confident in yourself to be able to recover when you mess up.
That's what I'm doing.
No, it isn't. It's not. Because
Corazon takes
The
out a
contract.
long...
The contract you signed never had to happen.
Sure, but that's
The
not...
memories you lost, they never had to be lost.
Those were lost before I ever met you. I went to the edge of creation,
We
Wayne.
can go back there.
I have no problem changing the past when it is something important, right?
You want to give a whole heart, Kitty? We can go back.
No.
You can have given it
I
already.
don't want to do that right now. What I want is for you to change. Because none of going back will matter at all if you don't change.
I have changed.
No, you haven't. You've gotten scarier.
It's not the change you wanted.
Well, is it the change you want? Is it the change you think that's going to end with you and Openy being happy? Because that's apparently what you care about. But right now, this Wayne, I don't think he can be that Wayne.
Then I'll find the Wayne that can be that Wayne. I'll go to every moment in time that I have to go to.
Right, that's not good enough. You're not doing the work.
Wayne, didn't you learn that you're not supposed to be doing things alone?
I'm asking you.
I know you're asking us, and we're telling you this for a reason. Wayne, I can't express enough how much I have to be here.
Why?
Maybe it's to tell you this.
Maybe not. But isn't it really nice to feel like you have a purpose? Doesn't it feel so good to always feel like you're walking the path of suns? To
Not
have
exactly.
A little path under your feet the whole time.
It's actually led to a lot of problems for me. And you know what? I do have a purpose, and I know how this whole story ends. I got to see it a bunch of times when I spoke with the rats. So I know how it ends.
How does it end?
I die. I get destroyed.
Don't you come back again?
Maybe I don't. I know that everyone else they gave their coin to ends with a really grisly fate. That's probably going to be me as well. But I do know that the work that I do is going to be worth it. I'm supposed to be here, Wayne. I don't want Kitty to give her heart away. I don't think that's a great idea. I don't want you to go back in time to fix a very simple problem.
It's not simple. It's a snowball.
It's a snowball that started rolling when we signed onto that contract. When you signed onto that contract.
How do you know that Openy doesn't need this version of you right now going and apologizing to her for whatever it is that you did that's so horrible?
I've been told.
By whom?
A very powerful entity. Horzone. You can confirm that what I've seen is correct.
The message you received, as all dealing with the kind of being you were dealing with, you draw a lot on a little bit of words. You're right, it doesn't look good.
Can we check in on Openy?
You've got a basin thing. Can you make that happen?
What would you like to know of her?
I'd like to know where she is right now.
She goes over to the basin. You see, she says, she goes over, she opens the basin, and she's starting to look through and draw a symbol in the water, and it starts to shimmer and give a resolution of an image. It is in the, it appears to be a room in the Hart family manor, and it is, you see Lucy Bright sitting there looking through a book very quickly. And she says, this is the one?
No, it certainly isn't.
She says,
How are you there?
Oh God, I forgot about this.
What are you talking about?
That's
my cousin Lucy.
no, I'm pretty sure it was you and like a bunch of times that we talked.
No, I don't look anything like her.
Oh my God.
You're just gonna let that sink in.
Oh my God. I hate this. Why does nobody look the way they're... I hate this.
Are you okay?
No!
Have you been talking to my cousin?
I guess.
She's not very nice.
She seemed indistinct.
Endless Maze is the card I drew.
Oh, it's so confusing.
It is helping out secrets, though, which is Wayne. So she says, she starts to tap on the surface of the water, and Lucy shimmers away a bit, and you can see Openy fervently looking through the book.
It's the same room, though.
That Lucy, she's a wily one, isn't she?
Wow. What was that simple solution again?
Are you kidding me? Really? You want to go back in time instead of helping her?
You want to give your whole heart to this?
No, I don't. Look, I mean, sure, one day. Yes, absolutely, one day. But when I have a body capable of handling her heart.
So how come every time I want to do something or try something, it gets shunned to the side or talked down? And when we have problems, we run headfirst into them. Why is that?
Wayne,
When I came to you on day one, where is it that I wanted to go?
the blue sun.
sun.
Where did we never, ever go?
You deliberately ignored a path to the blue sun, Wayne.
When?
I pulled the journal out of my pocket. Remember this? This that had detailed information on how to get to the blue sun? How you didn't want to meet Vittoria Zhu? Who's been to the blue sun? Who went through a problem that you eerily had as well? You didn't want to follow that lead, Wayne?
Yeah, I felt
We
like
went to the Pale for that.
we went to the
Sophie's like, ugh.
we went to the.
Sorry, Sophie.
I thought that we went to the library for your whole thing.
And he did, and he found a book. And you know what was in that book? All the information he needed to get to the blue sun.
And then we went to the party for you, didn't we? I thought we went to the party for you.
We did.
That's how we met Openy. It's not like we don't do
But
things
we
for you.
weren't supposed to do that stuff.
Why does that matter?
I wasn't supposed to have my heart stolen, but I like being like this.
I don't like being like this.
Oh my God, how can you know that? And also, Wayne, if you go back in time and what do you do with the other Wayne?
There's room in here.
You're gonna just grab yourself and shove yourself into yourself? Wayne, you'd be hurting Wayne, and Wayne is my friend. That doesn't work. And what are we gonna do? I'm married, Wayne. If I go
You're
back...
married?
Yes.
To whom?
Lieberlight.
The bookman?
Yes.
He doesn't like me very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. If I go back in time and there are two of me and there's one of him, we're displaced. This is the only universe you belong.
There is another way.
What is it?
There's always another way. I hate to, of course, bring this up.
I'm looking for solutions.
Calvin, what do you remember of... You've always had an interest in... You've always seemed displeased with what you found in the actuality. It's always had a darker cast than you'd hoped. Your fundamental belief that people should be good and things should be lovely gets dashed, perhaps not as often as Wayne's has. You've looked for creating your own sun. I know you have. You may not have thought about it in those words.
Are you telling me you know how to do that?
I'm telling you, I have long guarded the edge of the path of suns, and I very much like being at the end. I like being the guardian of what nothing further can reach. But
So you
I
sent
might-
Daniel McPherson.
no, that was all you're doing, my friend. Everything has a night side. If you create a world, you become its warden. But it needs a night side.
But I didn't create a world.
Not this time around.
And Calvin spirals,
Excellent.
sort of just falling back into like, I guess, yeah, this is a bar, so there's a chair. Like he'll fall back into a chair and just
Moxie,
sit and think.
something stiff.
Sounds like something worth undoing.
There's the undoing option. There's always the undoing option. It comes with all of the problems that you have already identified and more. But there is a world out there that you created. You exist as its warden.
I just haven't done it yet.
Daniel McPherson exists as its nightside warden, but it is unmoored in the Umbra, perhaps somewhere even out in the dark. It needs a place. I very much like being in the place that I am. This is a place of great stature and power, but I might be willing to lend you a place to dock that world that you lost, if you should find it. Do you go back and fix the world you're in, or do you craft a new one in your own image? With my help and significantly less disaster, hopefully this time. And all I ask is a simple heart. And she taps the water again and shows Lucy Bright furtively looking through this book.
That's not a stable foundation for my world. I know that.
There are other places, but none freely given. It would be hard going.
Well, thankfully, I have as long as it takes. Kitty, I think this is a bad idea. Wayne, I think this is a bad idea.
You try to help some mortals, Moxie.
I can't stop you from doing these things. As much as I want to, I can't stop you from doing them. But this isn't right. And I've had a lot of people tell me different things that I'm trying to do aren't right, and a lot of the time it's been you two. I've learned a lot over the last few days, and I think I am worth listening to.
Tyrannical clock.
Fuck.
Oh man.
Oh, Wayne.
All right. Well, I've got to do it now.
Yep, go for it.
You all have to make your own choices. Wayne, I know where you want to go.
I was gonna ask for a
Moxie?
draw, but that's the card.
That's the card.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you go and retain your memories? Do you stay? Do you accept my offer?
I only need one of you. Because we both know the other one will come along.
I'm not letting Wayne go unless I have a deal to have the other half of a heart. I think it is a reasonable price to ask.
We both get what we want.
I'm not coming with you, Wayne, because everything that I want is ahead of me here.
I understand.
Wayne, I can help you fix things here. I really can.
I tried that route already. Now I have two entities living in my head. I'm miserable.
We can fix that. We can fix all of that.
I'm tired of saying we can fix it.
Well, Wayne, I'm going to do it
tired
right
of it.
now. And I stab him in the head with my wicked key.
Whoa.
Brutal. Okay, a wicked key lets you unlock any problem. So you leap forward
Wayne-
out of your bar chair.
Yep. And
What is the solution to this problem that you foresee?
What is- oh,
I mean,
well-
I can.
So I think
What's
it's
the
easier to
problem?
tell you what the problem is.
Tell me the problem.
Wayne is miserable.
That is quite a way to phrase it.
Yep, that's the problem.
Is that Wayne is miserable, and we've got to venture to Calvin. So you leap forward to Wayne, who is unfortunately held there,
Yeah, I'm still pinned by my one arm.
and you give.
Oh man,
Yeah.
and
it'll wear off.
It will
It'll wear off.
It will wear off.
What would you like to fill that void with? Hope, joy, like what emotion that is clearly a positive one fills that void?
Oh man.
Or for Wayne not to be miserable anymore, I guess it could not be a positive one. It could just be affectless, right?
Yeah.
Because right now he's deep in the depths. So
My
if he
instinct
becomes
would be
zero.
Yeah, that it's like a very, like, ambivalent sort of.
oh, I know
calm.
the way to do that. Great. So you put the key into Wayne's head. It clicks a couple of times, and you hear Spoon Wayne make a grunt, and you hear and you hear that other demon sort of hiss exactly, and Wayne's eyes sort of fall a bit, and you see that he like leans back, and something. His body starts to shift a bit, and something starts coming out of his chest as a puppet form pulls itself out of Wayne.
Wayne?
What?
And his heart lies sitting on the floor.
Wayne!
He doesn't have to feel any of these miserable emotions anymore. Well, it wasn't the heart I was looking for, but
Wait a minute. What? No.
Cal?
I can draw a new card in case you hate that.
Kinda do.
You phrased the problem in a very monkey's paw way, Calvin.
Yeah.
I was looking for a small solution. I didn't realize that I was talking to a genie.
This is on par for for me. This is the kind of solution, though.
It's true. All right, Chad.
I guess then the phrasing should be the world makes Wayne miserable. I mean,
Interesting.
yeah.
So
Yes.
you want Wayne to be happy.
I want Wayne not to feel as though life is always going to be tragedy.
So you want to give him hope. You
yeah,
want to
I think
restore his hope.
I think I got to restore his hope.
All right, I'm going to draw a card, and that's going to determine how well this went.
Sure.
Okay. Misunderstood beast. It is a 0.
Our good friend, the misunderstood beast.
Oh my gosh. Any ideas about what misunderstood beast means in this case? I feel like it's mistakes, gentleness, friendship, danger, betrayal.
I feel like that's got a lot of good themes.
It does. It does. Let's see. So you want to give him hope again.
Yeah.
What does that look like for Wayne?
Because, I mean, one thing that I can add, this was hope. Wayne's
Yeah,
resetting
that's
the
what I was
universe.
gonna say. Was I felt like I was already pretty hopeful.
Something perceived as a threat is no threat at all. A terrible danger hides in plain sight, appearing to be something benign or even beautiful. All right. Okay, someone is redrawing that.
Okay. Thank God, because it was very confusing.
I had some ideas, but it was getting hard to get away from the like super monkey's paw version of
Wayne
it.
doesn't get to have nice things. His name's equipped.
Jeez. Driver is this one. Impetuous, travel, forward motion, and speed.
Oh, okay.
I think I just made it easier to do the thing that he wants to do.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with that monkey paws
I
thing.
think he's filled with hope and he is excited by.
I think whatever forces that were preventing him from doing this are not preventing him from doing it anymore.
Yeah.
All right. It's a
So
wicked key.
you click the key.
And it is, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, Wayne, I'm so... Calvin goes to hug Wayne.
I whisper something in your ear as I hug you back.
What is this nonsense?
Yes! Yes!
I wondered if I would do that. That is my secret name.
Oh, cool.
What?
That's awesome.
That's very good.
I know I can do this without hurting either of you. Thank you.
So you call.
I'm going to cast Perdurance. I'm going to cheat time to get to attempt this twice.
What?
So,
Whoa.
I separate my present self from my past and future selves. At this specific effect, or a specific moment, no negative effect or spell can or does affect me. All my pools are full. My wounds and injuries are gone. Curses are lifted, and so on. On the next round, I can act free of all such afflictions. Nothing I do in this moment affects my future self. Wounds I suffer, points I spend, blah, blah, blah. I can even die in this moment, and my future self will live.
What the...
So I can
Wow.
attempt this now as my present self,
Do
and
it.
if I fuck it up and die, I can reattempt it immediately after that.
Wow.
So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to basically do this the first time. I'm going to use one of my secrets that allows me to cast spells with my intellect as well as my sorcery to spend all of my intellect and sorcery to be able to cast Merge with the Black Cube, which is a level 17 spell. I summon the black cube from the void, and I control what contents will be found within. Obviously, I'm putting the escape wheel in there.
Yep.
An intellect-based puzzle action is solved or required to solve it and open it with a challenge of 17. If this should fail, I die.
Oh my god.
I have no intellect because I just spent it all.
But your
Can
pool's
you
refilled.
can you refill?
But I refreshed by using Perdurance, and I
Sure.
spent it as sorcery to cast.
And you have an action.
You
but
do have an action,
refill.
can't you refill?
I do. I think this is my action to cast this.
Okay.
But my secret.
Whoa.
Thank you,
3
guys.
more?
My
Nice.
secret
knowledge.
soul
Oh.
is the Watcher. Is my soul guardian.
Wow.
So I invoke my Watcher to refresh my intellect pool, and it gives me an additional 3. And I'm going to spend all of that plus this to knock down this challenge from 17 to 8. And I'm going to cash in my 3 ventures that have been given to me so graciously to knock it down to a 5. And I get to roll 3 dice because I have a plus sortilege secret as well.
What
So
could go wrong?
If I hit
Oh
a
my
5
God.
on any of these 3, something will happen. and I didn't.
Oh my God, you die.
I die.
Okay, but you get to.
But
What was the probability there,
So-
Wayne?
it was very low. It was less than 5%.
So we watch this happen. How do you die?
Yeah, tell us
You know,
what this looks like.
I attempt to open the box.
So first you
Yeah. So what does this look like? 'Cause
It's very bad. It is the dark is a bad place. So you start. You can tell me what the casting looks like.
I've waited to do
but
this for like 2 weeks.
A tear in actuality, it gets like this thrumming, horrible sensation that's just shuddering in your bones as he pulls apart this nothingness, this veil, and through it is this all-encompassing, horrible dark that just feels sentient looking back at you. It's horrible. And floating within it is this about yay-sized cube, all black all around, no seams, no latches, no openings, just slowly rotating. And as he does whatever it is the spell looks like, so are you using your hands, you talking?
Yeah, I'm trying to open it. I'm just trying to open this like cube.
Absolutely. So you pull it through that tear in actuality, and it's hovering in front of you. So that's,
And I think
Okay,
as
so you
soon as I
start to-
touch it, it just like shreds like in
Oh, yeah.
splinters. Like it just shreds my body like away into wispy nothing.
we both.
Like so starting
scream.
with the hand.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
just
gosh.
obliterated.
You got.
Here we go.
Did you get 4 more?
You got 4 more.
venture?
I did. Great. Combo breaker. Attempt number 2. So this all happens, and then it just like sucks into nothing, and there's like a weird warp, almost like the Matrix-y, they messed with something situation,
Yeah.
where there's like a ripple effect, and then I'm back where I was, and the tear is gone, and everything is the same. And I will use an action to refresh my pools.
Okay.
And try this whole shebang again. It is now a 3 I need for success.
I think
So
I kind of
unlucky.
hope I miss
you're
it.
down. How many more?
Well, I don't have any more old ventures to cash
Oh,
in, so
I see.
let's see.
Well, you
One-
rewind. You have those.
Well,
I think,
I think I
this makes more
just spent
sense.
those.
Yeah.
this makes more sense. Yeah.
So let's see. Thanks to everyone,
That's
I have 5. 5 down.
Wow.
I can't use Watcher again, right?
Yeah.
Can I? Or I guess I can.
You hadn't done it, did you? If you rewind time before then,
Yeah,
I guess that's,
I
that's
haven't
your
done
call.
I
Yeah.
think you can redo it.
Great. So I'll use the Watcher again.
I will let you know when you reveal your secret soul. The warden of the night side of the Gold Sun now knows that. and
That's
that's very ominous. That's cool.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Here we go. So I need a 4 or above.
Cool. As soon as you announce your secret soul, she's just sitting back and watching.
Yep. Here it comes.
All right.
I got it.
Oh my god.
2 9s.
2 9s. Dang. And no flux
And
on
no
6
flux.
dice. Well, 4. Awesome. All right. What does it look like for
So
you?
the same thing. There's a split, and having just learned from my mistake, instead of aggressively trying to open the box, I just put my hands out to receive from it.
Perfect.
And it doesn't even open. Just like coming through it like it's liquid is what looks like the gear of a clock. And it's just this shiny brass gear with like a couple of holes in it that kind of comes through in rotation from this inky black cube and just hovers in the air above my hands. And then as soon as it settles onto my fingertips, I disappear. And I think the water in the basin ripples, and there's no one reading in that room anymore. Lucy is no longer there.
Cool.
All right. Well,
But you wish to stay in this world.
yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll be going then.
Nothing for us here.
Hopefully see you again real soon.
Oh, you're not leaving without a bargain. What is our bargain? Let us state. The terms had been help your friend. The terms are now to leave. She like lounges with her head on her hand.
Would you be treating another warden like this?
Oh, little warden, there are so many of you. Welcome to the club.
Can you leave?
I can try. I do have...
Do you really think so little of me? You've learned so much on this process. I've helped your friend. I've helped you.
No, you didn't. You unequivocally didn't. You offered and then didn't do anything. So that's like a... We were all there.
I illuminated you. Don't you think that should come at a price?
I think you've been benefiting for a long time.
Perhaps. Well, what is it you would like to offer me to escape here, then?
I don't know. I make a pretty good gin gimlet. So if you'd like a drink, I can make you a drink.
What's your play here as the GM? How are you trying to negotiate this?
Yeah, so I mean, I can roll a persuasion check against her. But I'll top off the end of it, which is, but I'm not willing to give anything material up at this point.
Not even to help me? Agreements to assist me in my goal?
Well,
that debt of yours isn't gone yet.
No, if
and I
it's
would like
something,
to help with that.
If we want to talk about like drafting a battle plan together, that's something completely amenable. But the language of trapping us here until such a time is made is not appreciated. I'd like to work towards a partnership.
It's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah, but like...
I need collateral. You interesting people with your wicked keys and your Vizsla and your spells that rewind time. I need to trust.
You're about to get sassy and don't. This is new to you. And I think I can be empathetic towards that because I don't think you've ever had to deal with any of this before. So, all right, maybe you do. But the collateral has to be something that can benefit you and is small and isn't anything that's going to hurt us.
And agreeing to at least help me find the heart that I desire, is that is too much to ask?
Well, actually, it is for me because here's how I feel about that. I'm willing to, in the long term...
She mutes you. She just shushes you, and she, like, rises up in, like, the first show of, like, frustration and anger, and she storms off toward her hearts, which are sort of moving around in a more elaborate shinking, and they seem to create elaborate three-dimensional sigils and things. And so it's sort of swirling around, and she's sort of brooding over the basin for the moment. Like, I've tried to play nice, and she seems to be making gestures like this quietly, like not knowing what to do with you yet. But she still has you trapped unless you're finding a way out, which would be difficult. You are in. So you guys have mostly avoided wardens because you've used antics this whole campaign. But they are serious business.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
So there's some power.
She snaps, and Moxie is instructed to get her a drink.
So
She's
there's some
brooding over
power
her.
that's keeping us here, right? And it's like one of her powers is a warden?
Yeah.
Okay.
Their explicit purpose is to determine who gets to go where, which is why when you opened a hole from the Pale to Saturnine,
That was probably a problem.
very bad problem.
Okay.
That you haven't really dealt with all the consequences of yet, because you've been off doing even more nonsense things.
Cool.
Oh boy.
So, but that, like, a warden's power, would you say it's related to the legacy?
Oh yeah, it's the spell that weaves the world together.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, since we're at an impasse here, I think what we need is to just take some time to ourselves and think about what we should be doing. So I'm going to cast Snuff the Divine to
Cool.
nullify her power over us so that we can escape. So to do this, Darcy, one thing I need to know.
Yeah.
What level would you say is this ability
Yeah.
that she has?
So, for point of clarification, she's mentioned that she is similar to demons, but not demons.
Yeah.
She is 100% not an angel. Angels are like definitely part of the legacy, or at least that's what they say. But I'm saying I'm counting wardens as close enough to legacy. So I'm letting this go. But for those of you listening at home, lore-wise, this is sort of
This is
gray
probably
area,
nebulous.
But
yeah.
I like it.
I think
where
I think
you're
any
coming.
GM should have the ability to reject this wild idea.
Yeah,
So that makes sense to me.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull a card. I pulled the devil card, the
Fuck!
nemesis.
That's Kitty's
That's
card.
my card.
And that is the card that represents this character, so that could
You're right.
even be wilder.
What a complex card.
Wow.
What a wild pull. Jesus.
So what are you trying to do, Calvin?
So Calvin.
You're like, we need some space. You're
Yeah.
thinking about this.
Calvin is going to cast Snuff the Divine, but he is going to increase the level of Snuff the Divine. So the first thing that I need to know is what level, what am I aiming to hit here?
Yeah, it's a complex card that I just drew. That's what I was trying to determine. It should definitely be beyond you're able to just happen. You know, it's definitely above a 9. It's probably below a 17,
Okay.
but it's in that range.
So, okay. Then I will.
I would say-
Snuff the Divine is a level 10
Cool.
power. So I'm going to increase it by the maximum that I can increase it up to 15.
Cool.
Yeah. No, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. I can increase any spell by 5 with that. Okay. So after that, I'm going to spend my 2 venture in order to roll this thing. I will be spending 2 sortilege on it. Snuff the Divine is a +2 dice spell.
So with your 5, you brought it up to a 15, right?
Yeah.
And then you spent 2 venture.
yes.
That's a 17.
That's 17.
You don't got to roll.
Okay. I do need 3 successes.
But the venture counts to each success.
Okay, but I should roll anyway because one of these can flux, right?
Sure, do it.
Yeah.
That'll
Okay.
affect your how dramatically this works.
Okay, there are 2
Two
fluxes.
fluxes.
Oh my god.
Did you know that we've never even been able to encounter this? You roll on a different table of magnitude.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
What?
pull up.
What?
Oh
double
no.
flux.
What?
Dude, you're fluxed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at it for like a.
If you double flux, there's a different table of magnitude.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's real
Wow.
What?
What are the odds?
Fuck.
What?
You guys. So think about that. How are
What
we
are the
leaving
odds?
Kitty?
I do
in
have
this?
3 that still went through, so
Oh
I did
yeah,
technically
you're doing
succeed.
fine. This is going fine for you. Oh dang it! I don't know where the flux is. No.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's in the way. There's like a handout in the actual black cube to make this not nightmarish. Cool. Okay, it's just got to be. I mean, whatever the books say, it's got to be an order of magnitude more ridiculous than we have done in this campaign before.
Okay.
Which
So,
I mean, and that's like, just to remind people,
That's
been
Spoon Wayne.
blind, Spoon Wayne. Spoon Wayne is a flux.
Yeah.
Might I suggest
yes,
a flux?
please, because I think these are lovely, but
So you're
not in order.
snuffing her power right now, right?
I think this is a temporary thing.
Can we say that temporarily all of these hearts she has in basins return to their owners?
That's
Boy,
pretty wild.
That is wild.
God. Yeah.
Because
because
all
that's how
her
she
powers
powers it.
nullify, right?
Yep.
So if they super fluxy nullify, maybe they go wild, or like she
Yeah.
just doesn't, she can't control them.
They briefly slip back into their owners, including Kitty
Ah!
and Moxie.
What a good sound.
Clip that.
Somebody clip that for a soundboard.
Pretty
That's the
please.
sound of a heart returning to someone.
And at the same time, you are skedaddling.
Yeah, I do have to refresh my pool.
Cool. You can take a second
I'm
as
taking-
you were able to make that sound because you've nullified the power of her to mute you. So Corazon rears up from her brooding over the pool in horror as all of those bowls are going empty and blinking out and going translucent one by one. What are you doing and what are you doing? And this is your card, so what does that mean to you, you know?
Yeah, it means a lot to me.
Especially now that you have your heart for a moment
I have my heart for a moment.
together. Does it?
This is very new and very weird and very scary. But her powers are nullified.
Yep. Very briefly, I will remind you.
I bow deeply to her.
Jaw agape.
And
Her beautiful, picturesque, terrifying jaw agape.
grab, not Moxie,
Raphael.
Raphael's hand and run.
Wow. Sorry. That was an out of character wow. I wasn't. I was genuinely shocked.
Ooh.
I'm sorry that I had to do this to you, but you really weren't listening to us. Calvin snaps his fingers and a tear in actuality opens up as I spend my 7 to be able to walk between suns.
Nice. Where do you go?
I think we're just going back to Saturnine.
Hopefully daytime Saturnine.
And we're taking Raphael's heart.
Yep. We're definitely doing that.
You took Raphael through.
Yeah.
So
I think like he
this is horrible. I can't believe this game. Sorry, continue.
Yeah,
This
he-
is
Oh,
fine.
man. Okay.
Everything's
Yeah, this is fine.
Look at
Everything's
that.
good.
so
Oh no. I mean, what?
God.
Sorry, I fucked up the camera.
At the portal, he turns to her. I really hope that we can develop a good, working, professional relationship someday.
Monologuing looks bad on you, Calvin.
Okay. That's rude. I'll see you around, I guess.
She snaps a finger and a bunch of bowls come crashing down and just shatter, just lashing out. So you step through with Moxie.
Yeah. We just like after I bowed, we
Excellent.
silent and just booked. Gathered to the stuff.
Like Marimba and the other 2 bar patrons who have been just huddling in a corner, not wanting anything to do with this, also run out with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, just bones.
So you find yourself in Saturnine. Where?
I think we are we are where Kitty's bar normally is. And Calvin is sort of standing there, like kind of hyperventilating a little bit. And I think standing next to Kitty, I think the cloud just moseys its way over.
Yeah.
On top of me.
Rain. The card I drew was Doctor. It is,
Oh, Jesus.
It's the help you wish that it's the helpful person for the problem you really hope never comes. Thank you.
Oh my God.
It's a nemesis card, and it's the nemesis of Kitty.
Is it the sound of your have a heart leaving again?
No, pretty much.
But I think we're gonna. What's our last sort of shot of Kitty? So things are. How are you looking?
What?
I think we have to end here.
What? But why?
We can epilogue, but for at least a minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like this is the end of a chapter here.
Redraw. We gotta
guys.
redraw.
we gotta redraw.
Not into a redraw.
I gotta redraw, so I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Okay, Kitty will get to choose between these.
Oh.
Oh, fascinating.
The looming shade. That's a great sign. Ooh, looming shade.
Or
It's horrible. Alchemist. I guess that's less bad. Here's looming shade.
Thank you.
And let me get the meanings of that for you.
Wow. What?
Because
what a
we said it was
bizarre-
temporary, but I need to know what this does to you and what it changes your mind about. So
Yeah.
alchemist means complexity, transformation, knowledge. The fumes of the alchemist's work offer her both bane and boon. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or looming shade, as the other two have some pretty serious looming shades over them. Does Kitty now have a looming shade? Terror, doom, impending danger, unseen threats. Do not ignore the threat that lurks in the dark just because you can't see it. So good.
I mean,
Thanks for the
God,
redraws.
any of these is.
I mean, both are good.
Both are
They're
good.
just very bifurcating paths in what happens, I think,
A
right?
knowledge thing or
And knowledge and transformation.
the danger thing.
Oh, so good.
Interesting. Yeah, they're cool in different ways.
Are they compatible? Do you feel better and transformed, but something is lurking in the background?
I think that sums up what happened pretty darn well. Because, like, literally, that's Kitty's journey, right? Mm-hmm. She's whole again. But also, Daniel McPherson's still out there.
And OG Kitty Hardest, too.
So we managed to go through all this and solve almost no problems, and our friend Wayne isn't here anymore.
And I didn't even want this back.
It's the worst part.
Yeah.
Oh, she was being really unreasonable.
Yeah, so, I mean, if I have to pick one, Looming Shade's more fun.
What's your take on this having the heart back?
Well,
Is it just, do you like having it back or not? Because you're about to lose it again, so we need to know what you're feeling, and then you lose
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
Do
okay.
you still want to be with her?
Right.
Is that what you immediately ask me?
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, Kitty, this is the clearest that you've ever thought on the matter. I can guarantee you that much.
I don't know why I wanted to help her. I wanted to help her when I had a full heart, right?
Yeah, but you were also 7.
No, I was 12.
You were young.
Moxie, how are you feeling? Sorry, Raphael.
Feeling like, I mean, what I remember feeling like a really long time ago. I've been a puppet for like 20 years now.
Longer, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I missed out on so much.
So I think we're just seeing emotions kind of washing over Raphael's face right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and like I want to be there for Kitty as
Right, as a
Moxie,
longtime friend of
but also
Moxie.
like I don't know her like this.
Ooh.
I have more important things to think about than that. I summon Ari Aloha.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Do we appear?
Yeah. Ari Aloha is interested in what you're doing.
Okay.
Behold us!
Hey, I need help making sure that Raphael's able to keep his heart. If he wants that.
A difficult task before us.
We cannot give back what has already been taken.
Well, Raphael, can we take it instead, you know?
Are we strong enough?
We're like a level 8.
Yeah, I don't know if we're
angel.
strong enough.
It's a
But you're
warden of-
crafty, right? Like this is whether she has a lot of hearts that she just lost control of.
So I think the question, Alan, is do both lions agree that this is like, so one lion is like, looks at this, yeah, this is definitely self-improvement for Kitty.
It
She's
is
helping another person
selflessness.
selflessly.
Yeah.
But is this Kitty's true nature?
If we both roll evens and or odds together, we do it.
The card
We
I
agree. And if we're
Ooh.
one is even and one is odd, we are not in agreement. I got a 4.
I got a 3.
All right. The card I drew is Enticing Jewel. Its meanings are greed, money, beauty, goals, and success. Someone succeeds at a major goal. An NPC or someone obtains an object of great value or something.
Okay.
So it's pretty
I think we
positive
do
card.
it, but one of us is not happy about it.
Yeah. Which head do you want to be?
Summoning us to do a favor for someone else is a sign of growth and
But-
change.
But it is not what is at the core of who you were.
But it one day may be.
Perhaps, but that remains to be seen.
We will grant your request.
I think Lucky Strike advocates for you
Oh,
because that's who they were sort of.
Oh yeah,
tasked.
we do love Lucky
We
Strike.
do.
Lucky Strike
Yeah.
flips down,
Oh, good.
turns into a little lion.
Everyone, it's Lucky Strike.
We like this one. Gather around, people of Saturnine.
This is an enormous two-headed lion with 8 limbs and big silvery wings coming out of him.
Behold him.
And he speaks.
What? Word?
Whoa, wow.
Hold up.
Are you in tiny golden lion form or are you in magic form? I have to know.
No, tiny golden lion form.
Great.
I don't think you're giving her enough credit here.
Are we not? Did she not spend the time at the edge of eternity negotiating with a demon to surrender her heart upon her death?
I don't think that's what's going on, right? Okay, so she wants to live and have reciprocal feelings with the demon. That feels obvious, and she's got a growth path towards that. And she wants the demon to be better. She wants the demon to be better. And how is she gonna know that until she has things taken from her and has to struggle? So this, if we look at it, this is selfish.
It is so adorable, I am inclined to agree.
It is hard to argue with something so attractive looking. I can't help but picture what it would be like if it started to juggle.
Ari, are you swayed?
I will lend my power to this venture, Aloha. I must see how it ends.
And I think we place one big meaty
Oh,
paw
yeah.
over your chest, Raphael, to seal your heart inside. But I think it leaves a brand behind, like there's a paw print on you forever.
Oh, cool.
I think that puppet still is there though. You're fine.
Yeah, you
But
just
the-
have a puppet
Your
forehead.
arm is a puppet.
Yeah. That we could change that, but we will not.
It is in your true nature.
And also, ha ha ha.
It's better this way.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
thank you. Thank you. You should probably disappear before she notices or something. So
Whatever. We're a two-headed lion with 6 legs.
no, like seriously though, like
All right.
yeah.
Excellent. Up
I
and
guess she wouldn't be able to see that if her power was snuffed out.
That's true.
So-
briefly.
Feeling safe.
So you're starting to feel the tugs at your heart again. It's starting to go back. It was kind of a momentary change, right?
Yeah.
It was just a few moments.
Look, Kitty, I can't hold on to this any longer. I will do whatever you need me to do to help you, but I want to make sure that it's you that I'm helping.
Pretty sure it is. I'm fine. I know what I want to do.
Well, I guess if this version of you knows that, then it's probably right.
I want to find Wayne.
Me too.
At that heart starts to, you can see through.
Yeah,
sort
you
of
can see
the-
through.
Yep, that the part of your heart beneath the crystal is starting to shudder a bit, and then closes in on itself into a little pinprick, which definitely I think hurts.
Yeah.
And is kind of violently shot. You can see it. It like goes down to a pinprick, but you see that pinprick shooting across Saturnine, and you feel around you. You're outside the spot where Kitty's bar used to be, right?
Yeah.
You feel that bar snap back into existence, as it was her magic that she was dragging that bar along, trying to lure you in. And you can tell, like, the moment the heart is gone, the bar is back. That is an exchange of magic. So the bar is back. For now.
So, drinks then I guess we pop off to the Waynosphere.
Yeah, drink sounds good.
Can you still make drinks?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Does your cocktail shaker tail still work?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What?
What?
We
my.
almost attached a cocktail shaker to it before we got here.
my God.
But it was going to be a lot of puppet.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of puppet.
There you go.
There's water in that. Put that bit on.
Perfect. All right, we're going to close that chapter on you
Yep.
guys getting drinks and recovering. And the search for Wayne and what has changed if Wayne has gone back and messed with time already. I think we'll have to wait for other development modes, perhaps another season if that happens. But lots of things have changed, and there's lots of character summaries that need to happen. And I brought this letter for a reason. I'm not sure what's happening with Wayne.
He's still around though, right?
He is.
Can I posit a nebulous epilogue read?
Yes, I think that would be perfect.
That will still leave things very open for you, and I freely allow you to take the helm on whatever. But I think we epilogue on the Waynosphere, which is back in its normal place for some reason or another. As Wayne is getting ready to exit his house, he closes the door behind him and puts his hands in his pockets of his trench coat. And as he's walking down the street, he's kind of like whistling to himself happily. And as he's about to get on the disc that transports you around town, for whatever reason, he catches Opani walking across the street from him. And as he gets on the disc, he kind of sees her, and she catches his eye, and then he like zips away before he can like form a reaction to it. And we pull back and away from like down the street from where that was, and we see a similar looking trench coat looking in the direction of Wayne's house up the street, with one of the collars popped up, and that hair, like greasy, like disheveled hair, kind of poking out in tufts from underneath the beret. And the figure turns around and also bears a smiling Wayne's face as it walks down the street in the other direction.
Perfect. Anyone else got an epilogue for this finale season? Do we want a last shot, or as the credits roll, what we see happening?
I mean, for Calvin, he, after drinks with Kitty, the first thing he's going to do is fly back to Lieberlight's place. And he's got a key. That's right. He got the library card or what have you. So he opens the door, goes inside. Does he find Lieberlight at the desk?
Gosh, I guess we need to know timeline things now. How far Wayne went back. Let's.
Well, I definitely, if everything I'm trying to do worked, I went out of my way to preserve their experiences. Yeah.
Okay, we come in on Lieberlight playing a game of the Forbidden Game, the game that you've played before at that party, right? Or someone had. And he looks up, and the pages flutter as he smiles at you as you enter.
Yeah, I might have made some enemies. But I think now that I've learned even more, it's time you and I start talking about finding space.
He stands up, pushes himself up from the game table, and he like pulls you in for a hug first before just tries to like kind of cut you off whatever you're saying.
No. Thank you. And he just sort of relaxes into it.
Okay. Good. All right. We'll cut to Kitty.
Sure. So Kitty is striding through Hart Manor up to Kitty Hart's room.
Okay. you get toward the big sort of double doors of the suite that she lives in, and you've passed a number of rooms. It's sort of flipped through as you get there, but you're standing in front of her double doors. And what are you doing? Are you stealing yourself? Just knock.
No, I'm fine. I'm very calm.
Excellent.
Yeah, just knock.
Cool. The swan. Which I
No.
don't know anything about.
It's
It is you.
my heart relation.
Well, that checks out. So you knock, and the doors swing open. Clearly, just a little minor magic. Its meanings are good fortune, good weather, and latent talents. Very cool. Kitty Hart is sitting in a big chair. She has been ghostly when you had first met her so long ago, but she's become much, much more robust, and she seems almost indistinguishable from someone who was perfectly living. And she says, "What do you have for me, my dear Kitty?"
Information, I suppose.
The best thing we hearts deal with.
She comes in, leans against the door, and like plays with opening and closing it. So I get now why you were trying to take over part of me or control me. It makes sense. I understand this.
Long game, you understand.
I do. And I think you're being pretty stupid about it. Because the whole point of family is that we talk to each other so that we can best help each other out of tough spots, right?
That's one conception of it.
I just think that you're really shooting yourself in the foot here because you're giving me no reason to help you instead of her.
She already has half of your heart. I know where your loyalties will lie, always.
Right, but I'm also the only bargaining chip that really matters, and you're not going to be able to give it to her in a way that matters to her.
Why don't I ring for tea?
Sounds
She
good.
asks you to sit down. All right, cool. She's contemplating. That's lovely. And where do we see our dear friend, formerly known as Moxie? Now
Yeah.
Raphael.
I think kind of after, if there is any time between, like the events
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
the heart splitting back off, then I think Raphael like goes looking for the place he used to live before he had his heart stolen.
Cool.
And like everything has changed since then.
Excellent. We get like a montage of just what it used to be and
Yeah.
like the new.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Moxie is still here, and like Moxie's sentient a little bit and attached. And if Raphael doesn't have anything to do, then Moxie like still cares about the Hart family, and still cares about the people that like frequented the Jubilee.
Yeah.
So I think Raphael and Moxie together like ask for their old job back.
Cute.
Wow.
With two
Yeah,
applications.
2 applications.
Oh my god.
Rafoxy.
Roboxy. The real question we need to ask ourselves is the woos loose?
Is the woo still loose?
We don't know. We don't know the current situation, but that is for
so much
future.
more complicated. There are more Waynes in the mix than ever now.
We didn't think there could be more. And
That's a problem
there's,
for-
And there's still
Like-
Shadow
Too.
Wayne.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's-
that was Shadow Wayne.
There's
I
so
thought.
much
That was
going
Shadow
on.
God.
But there's
But there's
lots going
yeah,
on.
Future Wayne, all kinds of weird shit.
So some questions answered, far more asked by the end of this campaign. Let's do character summaries. I'm not going to bother like awarding acumen, joy, despair at this point.
Sure. That seems fair.
We can talk about it in abstract, but I don't feel like giving numbers to it is quite reasonable. Who's ready to give theirs?
Okay. So Calvin.
And tell me about your arcs that wrap up and stuff. But
Yeah, Calvin's had a bit of a weird day. I think there's definitely despair in losing Wayne.
yeah.
But there is some joy in like knowing who he is now.
Yeah.
Pretty much fully. Like
Yep.
there's a lot of missing details, sure, but
Yeah.
he's got the outline of the picture. As far as his character arcs, I think I can close out Find a Place in Saturnine, as he's living with Librelite now. Mysterious background, who were you? Well, I can close that one out fully now. And learn why Daniel McPherson is interested in you. That I don't think I can close. Because
I think you moved toward it, though.
yeah, I've moved toward it significantly. And finally, my favorite goal that I've added for myself, get a job. No closer at all.
Can we get a shot of you with an application at the Grand Jubilee?
Yeah, competing for Moxie's job. That is
There's absolutely no way Calvin would do that.
No job for you, but you have, a delightful benefactor from pre-war.
Oh man, that's
Super
so
cool.
funny. That's the easiest thing on your
The
list.
easiest thing on my list.
And nobody had time.
That's gonna be all of season 2, is you just struggling to try to find work.
trying to get a job.
I have cosmic powers.
Please,
You're overqualified, okay?
Oh God!
please,
for
I'm
every
an
job.
eternal being, please.
Ed Kitty.
Yeah, what a session, right?
It was a very kitty session.
Yeah, how delightful. In terms of my character arcs, I honestly don't know that either of these worked.
What were they?
I have Settle a Debt, which is like,
You seem to be kind of starting on.
we'll see what happens, right? But that is not for this season.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And the other is Solve a Mystery, What Have I Forgotten, which is like, we can wiggle room it because
Yeah.
like certainly an element of that. We found out that I had forgotten a thing that I felt very sure about.
Yeah,
But,
that was wild.
right? That which like, but the intention of this is like Aggie Butts helping me out with this whole Calvin thing, which feels fairly, no, it's not, with a kitty issue, with an OG kitty issue.
So excited.
Yeah. So like that's it's trying to pick apart some of that. And I don't really want to resolve it because I feel like there's so much that in light of all of the information that we just got that I'm like, no, it's important that I'm able to piece through how all of the players are interacting and dig
Right.
back then.
Functionally, you have been dealing with the echoes of
Right.
a quiet but far-reaching war between these two people.
Yeah. So I want to keep that going.
Cool.
So those were
What about joys and despairs?
joys and despairs. Oh, so many.
This is
I
very-
mean, like, I don't know where to start. Gosh. It's like,
Isn't being a sun warden a job?
Oh yeah.
Well, it doesn't pay anything.
You also haven't showed up for work in like 500 years.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you for despair-wise.
Yeah.
I feel like the biggest one is your best friend running back in time and you not knowing where he is.
Yeah, but also, that feels pretty Wayne. So, I mean, what should I expect? I really hope he's fine, but I do trust him.
I feel like a joy was I think like it certainly brought me joy to see Lucky Strike standing up for you.
Oh my
and
God, he
recapitulating.
Who
So good.
of all the
I
twists
would
and
like to
turns-
register a joy.
Yeah.
It also brought me Mox's whole deal.
Oh.
Moxie brought me so much joy.
Moxie
and
brings
Raphael.
all
Yeah.
That was
Thank you.
That was
really
a massive
lovely
source of
performance.
joy for me.
So good.
And like there was a lot that emotionally happened, but just finding out her name was like a lot of joy.
Yeah.
Kitty's wanted to know that since she was 12.
Yeah.
So like this other stuff, this is all foofara. She's got the stuff that she needs.
Yeah.
So
And Corazon is the night side warden of the Gold Sun in the book. So.
yeah, and she said all of that too. It was very useful, very informative. So like a whole lot of joy.
Cool.
The other stuff seems like not as important.
And why don't we ask one big question you have going forward, right? Like, what's your biggest question or unanswered or undefined bit of your character that you're like most curious about going forward? Wayne?
Ooh, about our own characters or about someone else's?
Oh, that could be good too.
Ooh, that's fun.
I like someone else's.
Yeah,
someone else's
'cause I have
character.
loads of questions about other people's characters.
So we should all
Posit one
pick
question.
in a different direction.
Yeah.
So why don't you start? You said you had so many questions.
I know. All right, well, since I have so many, who should I ask mine to? Because then I don't want to limit who other people get to ask their questions.
Everybody gets to ask too.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
I'll start with my Calvin question then. Knowing that you made a world, what do you imagine Calvin's world is like?
And you don't have to answer that. It's just a question.
That's a good question.
And not necessarily that it is that way, but based on
Oh,
who
interesting.
Calvin is right now, what would Calvin imagine that the world he made is like?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, because he might have been different back then. I don't know.
Okay, it's a juicy question. What about Kat?
For Calvin's question?
Sure. Yeah, so we really want to know what would his world look like
Yeah.
now and what would it look like then?
What does he think it looks like? What does it actually look like?
Yeah.
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 I have like in character questions for Calvin more than out of character questions for him.
That's cool because that's still just like a narrative moment that could come up, right?
Yeah. I'm so curious as to why he stopped trying to change the other sons instead of like why building a new son and playing God was the optimal direction, and why that didn't seem like a bad idea. You know, like that so much about that to me seems like I'm going to perpetuate all of the problems that led to and created the war that I hated. But Calvin doesn't seem to think that way. Even now, he doesn't seem to think that way. So, what's going on up there, kiddo? That's where I am with him.
I want to know what you think the end game is with this demon, with this shadow demon, like one level deeper than a demon.
Cool. What about for Wayne?
Well, that was one of my questions
Yeah.
for Kitty too, so
you
I'll
can
ask
submit
a
that.
different one, which is also itching on me. Has Kitty known that Lucky Strike could speak this whole time, or was it a surprise to her too?
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
Boy.
You have a question for
Because
Wayne?
of all the crazy bullshit that happened in today's session, that's the one that knocked me out. That like a bunch of stuff happened. I was like, wow, this is really nuts. And then Lucky Strike started talking, and I was like,
Maybe you were just
My
too
reality
deep in characters. You were just too deep in character as Ari Aloha, and it was just delighting
You're feeling
you
it
as
through.
much as it delighted them.
it really did.
So the question that I have for Wayne is, I want to know what he didn't change when he went back.
Right.
Like when he got in that situation. I guess I want to know is, maybe a more accurate question is, if Wayne had gone back when he originally planned to go back versus going back after the Wicked Key.
Which?
Me
And?
again.
I'm going to
Sorry.
write this.
Yeah.
Continue talking.
So yeah, I guess is there a difference between Wayne going back without the Wicked Key and Wayne going back having been affected by the Wicked
Yes.
Key?
Yeah. There's a major difference.
That's great. Oh,
It's
that's
I
so
don't
good.
know.
it's the difference. We're not answering.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
we're answering.
It's true.
I'm not answering.
Okay.
But yes, there is a difference. Wow. So I guess I did answer it. Fuck. Sorry.
I mean, no, but you yes only raises more questions.
It doesn't, yeah,
So.
it doesn't say what the difference is. Super cool.
Most of my Wayne questions have to do with all of like the background stuff that's been happening with Wayne anyway. Like I want to know about his goddamn pants.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my God, is it Wayne?
I need to know what's going on with
It
the
could
pants.
be Wayne sending him pants.
But it might not be because that wasn't always a part of the plot, right? So I'm like, what the fuck is up with the pants? And if he's not here next season, or like, we might pants situation, and it came up while he was on a detective thing, and like he was like super serious about doing this detective run, and this person just wanted to talk to him about pants, and then he's like super dismissive of it, but I'm like, no, follow the pants lead. And it's just, that's where I am.
The last image I'm going to give you, unless do you have another question?
I was just going to say follow the traveling pants.
The last image I'm going to give you is Lucy Bright out on the street, and she's, you know, it's starting to like look like it's about to rain. The clouds coming in a little bit. She's got sort of like a purse, a really fancy purse, and she's looking very determined. And a cab rolls up, and she gets in the cab.
No!
And we close on the back of the hollow woman who's driving that cab off to whatever it is that she needs, and it's going to take what she has to give.
No!
Oh my God!
What
There you
a
go.
nightmare! Nightmare fuel!
Okay, cool. I think we should call it here if that's cool with
Yeah.
everybody. We were talking about having maybe a post-show processing therapy session another time to talk about the game and our characters and the campaign. So stay tuned for that. If you would like to play this weird, magical, emotional, beautiful game, you can go pre-order Invisible Sun now, and it would bring me great joy if you did so. We have a coupon still going on for you folks. It is Hollow Eye 9. And so if you enter that, you'll get $9 off the Black Cube or the Directed campaign if you want a whole bunch of really, really cool stuff crafted by Monty and props sent to you and your characters. It's super cool. So that's definitely worth checking out. And we hope that as soon as other people get this game, which is going to be super, super soon, you know, especially those who backed the Kickstarter will be getting a PDF of all the like NPCs and demons and the fluxes and the locations and some of the details of the suns we went to in a cool PDF document for you to use in your home games. So please come talk to us about what you liked about this, what you are going to go play at home. And thank you so much for all the fan art and the comments and interacting with our story. I feel like the chat has been a really important part of this entire narrative.
Enormous.
It's so huge. So that has brought me an incredible amount, uncountable quantities of joy. So thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, we'll call it a night. Everyone needs to get to bed. And thank you, our guest.
Yes, thank
any
you.
plugs for you?
No,
Where can
that's-
people? No plugs.
Not really. It's late.
This is our representative of the Puppet Cabal of Chicago for all your puppet-related needs. Can't recommend Fletcher enough.
And for the question, is there a way we can get to the document if you didn't back? Maybe look out for season 2.
There we go. That's the right way to do it. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much. And thank you, Joe, who's amazing. Yay.